Oh, yeah. It's whatever.
That's DJ on paranoia. You're talking to Mayor.
And it's not on the
Was the day everything changed.
Moving up for...
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, that last hour. All that Tipo plushie. Oh my goodness. That Tipo plushie.
Which I'm really happy I am, by the way.
Which one's it? You're really not that great.
excellent.
And that was great. Yeah.
That day in the forest.
That's better. Hold on. We'll find out why you say that.
Was the day everything changed.
Come on.
Huh? Uh-huh.
We're not in a rush at all.
Sorry, speed is all I know. Oh, hey, I can hear my voice.
You might as well sit on new game. Well, let's get this sitting there as long as we can. Sit on new game. Just no, sit.
No, I can literally.
Hold on. Show them the files. Come on.
Right. Fine.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Talking.
I don't know.
How's it
But-
going, Ghoul?
Okay, I wish I could see the reaction to the file names as soon as people see them, because that's pretty damn good. I was pretty proud of myself when I came up with that one.
Oh, all you. You wanted it to be Katie did nothing wrong.
She did do nothing wrong. We all know this. You're the only one that thinks she did somehow. I don't know.
Because she's slow. And you're biased.
I am biased. I know I'm biased.
Totally biased.
It's all right. I'm better at the game than you are, so.
Only by using a really broken exploit.
I had world record before that.
I took it from you.
Yeah, but I had it before that.
and I took it from you before the exploit was found.
Yeah, but that was a bad run I had anyway. I could have beaten you.
That's why I beat your run, because it was so bad. And you still haven't been able to get a better run.
Because I haven't tried to.
Shots have fire.
He shot himself first.
Multiple shots, multiple fires. We'll try it out.
Every shot is on fire. Everything's on fire. I'm on fire. Everything's on fire.
Yeah, pretty much any time.
So, what is the main character's name?
I will do a refresh real quick.
No!
We technically need to go back to new, like out of this for normal timing.
Jeez.
Oh, for formal timing, is that really?
I mean, I usually start my timing for new game.
I've never done that.
Okay, whatever, go in then.
Concern it.
Because it doesn't affect the in-game clock, so why bother?
Because I'm weird.
Does anyone else have it up? I don't have it up. Bids.
Nate is unfortunately faster.
I do. That's what we agreed on. I get all the horrible RNG and Ghoul gets the cold going fast. No. You can donate for it right now. You literally have to do it right now, though.
Should have thought of it ahead of time.
Yeah.
All right. We have, for the character name, Thoon. Thoon at $135.
Thoon?
Yes.
Like this? Okay.
Thoon.
Yeah, that was definitely getting picked up by something.
All right. With that said, we're pretty much ready to go.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right, then. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty. So this is Yokai Watch. It's a
me?
That was weird. Okay, it's a 3DS game that came out in Japan 2 years ago. It just came out in the US this last year. For those that don't know, this game is ginormous in Japan. Like the movie came out, or like the most recent movie came out on the same weekend as Star Wars and sold more tickets than Star Wars. So it's kind of a big deal there. Hasn't quite taken off here. I know it also just came out with in Europe, so I'm sure our European restreamers are having a lot of fun trying to figure out what is actually going on in this game. So, to start this game off, the developer of this game, like the main director, like was inspired to make this game by his journeys collecting bugs as a kid, and so
That's right.
you gotta go talk to mom. Come on.
Sorry, you do it once the entire game.
So this starts like anything else does, and we're getting into a little contest with our friends for who can catch the coolest bugs. So we're gonna go to the park up here because we think our friend's got these cool bugs. We're like, nah, he just got these at the park. He's just, these are normal bugs. Which also starts the game's RNG.
Right off the get-go, immediately I have to do something. Faithfully, there's not a lot of it, but it's just enough to make me feel sour about it.
You gotta go outside the driveway before you go up. Come on. So yeah, we're gonna get a little tutorial here on catching bugs. It's pretty simple, basically. You throw the cursor over it, you hit the A button, and you pray to Jesus.
Right?
So, I have tried all kinds of things. I have mashed as hard as I can. This is like straight RNG.
Come
somehow.
on, come on. Ah!
Yeah.
I have to catch 3 bugs, too.
Yeah. They'll just keep respawning until you do it, and you can't progress the story until you catch 3 of these. We'll have to catch 7 things like this over the course of the run. So,
Okay,
yay,
there's one.
there's one. So, I know, like, whenever I'm doing, like, actual attempts at this game, if I miss 3 times, I will reset because you are favored to catch these things. Why that one? I always go west.
Does it matter?
Yeah, it's a little bit further north. Hey, there we go. We're 2 for 3. Okay, let's go. One more. This one's gonna take like 7 tries too, guaranteed. I think my record is it took me 9 tries one time to catch 3. And then I had one time where catching fish, it took me 10. But we'll get to that later. All right, 3 for 4. We're good.
We've got to run, boys.
So, yeah, so we caught all our bugs, and we're like, these aren't rare. We get these anywhere. So we're going to be like, well, you know what? He probably just went north to the forest or whatever. So we're gonna go talk to the janitor and make sure, like, yeah, are there any cool bugs in the forest? And the janitor's gonna be like, yeah, there are cool bugs. Here, take these like little things to help you catch bugs.
Yeah, one thing you'll notice immediately is how running works in this game. There's a stamina bar. It's actually our stamina, how we manage it, is actually pretty important to optimizing because we want to burn as much of it as possible without going completely in the red. Because when we talk to characters or go in transition from one area to the next, our stamina will be automatically refilled.
Yeah. So yeah, you basically want to just get it as low as possible, get it on one bar, or like just barely run out and then like touch the transition. Anytime, you know, like I said, you go across, you pick up an item. The only thing that doesn't for some reason is the save points don't restore your running for whatever reason. We don't know why. So yeah, so we're gonna go up here. There's more bugs in these trees. All we have to do is look at a tree and then back away. We don't have to actually catch one, which is nice.
Thank God.
So
Ozzy, do you have something for your Runner's Choice donations?
Kingdom Hearts 1.5, the level 1 unknown, I think is what we agreed on, right?
All right.
Yeah, gonna make that happen.
Sounds good.
All right, now we're introduced to an actual yokai. Here is Whisper.
Yeah. So we find this like weird gachapon machine in the forest, and we like, oh, I'm gonna put a coin in this because why not? Everybody loves the little vending machines in the forest, and we get a yokai watch out of it, and that is what I'm wearing around my neck right now. Basically, it lets you see. Skip cutscene.
I swear I'm hitting the start button.
He's not used to playing on a 3DS XL, so it's a bit of an adjustment for him.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Yeah. So this is like the little like hunting mini game. I hope you guys enjoy it. This is the only time we're gonna see it. Thankfully, it's terrible. I've lost like 10 seconds trying to find this stupid jerk bird. So yeah, so we find him, and we're gonna go talk to him.
And he's like, "Hey, I was just in this tree minding my own business. Well, I suppose I shall fight you."
Yeah, he's like, I was just minding my own business, and then we're gonna go beat the crap out of him because that's how you make friends in this
All
game.
right. Just to give you an idea here, this is what nicknaming runs like. I don't actually have to nickname this one, but I'm just giving you an example. I'm doing this out of habit because it's very easy for me to accidentally skip nicknaming.
Yeah, there's no way to go back and re-nickname after you start, so. Yeah, so we find this guy sleeping in the tree, and we're gonna beat the crap out of him to make him join us, so. And that's chapter 1 right there.
Yep.
Pretty easy.
He can be kind of annoying if he guards.
If he
during-
guards, but then you
Yeah.
just whack him one more time and he dies. The fight is made to be free.
But that's 2 seconds. I can't live with those that. Anyways, he joins us.
Really easy name for this one.
Can't imagine what I'd pick.
It's a marathon run. We don't care about our times here.
Yeah. Yeah, we're only gonna really just nickname the ones that are gonna be active members in our party.
Yeah. Jerkbird sticks around for a little bit. He's absolutely terrible. He's like the worst one that actually sticks in our party, but since we like start with him, it's like, well, we're gonna keep him for like until we get something else.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, Yokai Cam. You want to break the game really badly with an exploit to give you infinite experience points? That's how you do it.
Yeah. So this the category for this run is technically any % no QR codes, passwords. It also requires, like, when we do normal attempts, we don't allow ourselves to save and quit, which keeps us from using the yokai cam because you can get infinite explorers, which is stupidly broken. But so basically, the idea with no QR codes and passwords is it makes it like it gets rid of like New Game Plus features in a way. Like it prevents us from getting like really powerful yokai that we're not supposed to get at this or point in the game. So it's a more standard playthrough of the game in that regard, but it also makes for some really cool rooting possibilities. So this is chapter 2. This game is broken up into 11 chapters. It's kind of like 11 chapters of anime. This chapter is our parents are fighting. We're trying to find out why, because parents never fight normally. Why would anybody ever do that?
Clearly, it's a yokai's fault.
So we find this yokai in our house called Dismeralda, and Dismeralda beats the crap out of us. So we have to go and recruit yokai friends to beat the crap out of Dismeralda. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go get a specific yokai first. So with the game, right now we have 2 yokai, and the game knows we only have access to 2 yokai right now. And it doesn't like that because it knows we're going to lose if we only have 2 yokai. So the party leader of the next group we fight is going to automatically join our party. Which means we get to pick exactly which yokai we want next. And that's not it.
Bad luck.
Oh, that sucks. You don't want this to have a yokai in it because it takes a lot longer to reset. What we're doing here is we're refreshing this one yokai right here to see what it is, and we're trying to get a very specific one. We'll get it in just a second here.
You say just a second.
You might almost want to exit out and go back in and hope the yokai here goes away.
Yeah.
So usually this takes between, you know...
It's either that or I go do the this set of tracks.
Oh,
hey, you know what? I'll just take this guy right here.
Sure, why not? So this is Rough Raft. Rough Raft is the most powerful yokai we can get this early.
If he doesn't kill me.
Yeah, we need
Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
We need him to not attack Caden right here.
Oh, okay, good. Jerkford. hit him all you want.
So, yeah, so we just got Rough Raft here. He hits for 30 with his physical attack. The next best thing we'll ever get until later on will hit for about 10 to 15.
He's also level 5 too, which is the major scare factor with fighting him.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only one name for somebody like this.
I'm glad I did not have to prompt you for this. We had a lot of fun coming up with the different nicknames for this run since...
Yes. Rough Rough is pretty important to the run. He was not a naming incentive when we offered which ones, because really there's just so many yokai we end up using in this entire run. To have naming incentives for every one of them, it would just be too many, really.
Yeah. So we tried to narrow it down to the best of the best.
Okay. You.
All right, so we're going to fight this guy. This is actually when we start having a bit more RNG, because who doesn't love a bit of RNG? We need to recruit 2 more party members, and these are not guaranteed recruitments. Please, 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 please. In one of my practice runs for this marathon, I actually got 2 Rough Rafts, which is incredibly rare. There's no way it's going to happen here, but...
No, it'll never happen again. I was kind of hoping he would drop some... No recruitment!
That's crap. Okay. Yeah, so that happens sometimes. We have to exit out, come back in, and get another thing to fight.
That was...
It's also great because it throws off all of our experience rooting for the next chapter, so... Ozzy gets to have fun trying to figure out exactly when to do which Sultimate. So I guess I should talk about Sultimates a little bit. So if you look at the bottom screen right now, he's doing what's called a Sultimate. It's a super attack that requires you to play like a little WarioWare minigame. There's like 3 of them. And when you do them, you get to do like this super awesome, like, oh yeah, attack. Like, see how that just one-shots the entire enemy party. No big deal. We're going to use those a lot.
Please. Okay.
There we go. So we got Dolma.
I'll take him.
Yeah, so these are really important because they allow us to do a lot of extra damage. There's actually a trick that we're going to show off after the run that involves them that doesn't actually use the Sultimate. So you guys donated for it. You guys are going to get to stick around. It's going to be pretty funny. So, all right, so we got 4 yokai. We need to get 1 more. Actually, on the recruitment for this one, go ahead and cut off for Jabanyan because we'll be getting him right after that.
Yeah, the reason why I could have tried to go for Demi in that alley as well, but those yokai actually seem to be fairly harder to recruit. Well, the next one over here, Nagadabuzz, is almost super consistent.
He's really consistent, and on top of that, like, if you fight him, you're going to get 3 Nagadabuzz, which increases your chances of catching one, basically. If you went and tried it in the other alley, there's a good chance we have like a Rough Raft or a Demi, and it doesn't like you getting repeats. Or Dolma. So Jerkbird's Sultimate sucks, but it does inspirit the opponents, which allows us... So when something is inspirited and it's hit, you'll actually get half of your Sultimate gauge back. So we're trying to get some more Sultimate gauge for Caden right there.
Yes,
you see Caden went right back to full,
perfect.
which is really good, actually, because we want him to Sultimate for the next fight.
And a getaway plus drop, nice.
That's actually pretty nice, too. Yep, so we got a Nagadabuzz. Fun fact, the Nagadabuzz was actually used in the old route. We would just stick him in the back line, give him a bunch of experience, and then he'd never fight until the very final boss, which was pretty hilarious. We've found a better way of doing it since then, but... Yeah, the random naming feature in this game is pretty special. There's a yokai called Robonyan, which is a
A robotic Jibanyan from the future that changed the past.
Yeah, and like one of the default nicknames for him is Arnold. So it's a level 5 game. There's puns everywhere. All right, so we got 5 yokai, and Whisper tells us that there's something weird over by the fish place. So we're gonna go. We talked to the fisherman. He's like, "There's something weird happening across the street." So we're gonna go across the street and do a quick scan. Like, "Oh, hey, look who's here."
Yep. Might be something visible behind me that could point this out.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So this is Jibanyan. Jibanyan is absolutely adorable.
All right, I'm not gonna skip this cutscene because
This cutscene's pretty special. We'll just
Yeah.
let it rock.
This ends here. And now! Take this, you evil beast! Prepare to taste my paws of
Yeah.
yeah.
So Jibanyan is a cat that got run over in a past life, and his owner thought he was uncool for being run over by a car. So he thinks if he beats up a car now, that his owner's gonna think he's cool again and take him back. It's kind of like this game is like in some ways kind of twisted. Not gonna lie. So this Ruffraff stole a picture of his old owner. So we're gonna go beat up the Ruffraff and take his picture back for him.
Yeah, this will go really nice and easy since
These are all level 1, so they'll just die in one ultimate fade here.
And something you might not might have noticed is there is a fast forward button in this game.
Yeah, so the game normally runs at this really slow speed, but like they realized, oh, this is kind of boring, so we're gonna give you the ability to fast forward. And they don't really intend for you to do this, but we play the entire game on the fast forward option, except for the one mini game right there where it's the little dots going across. The hitboxes for those things are terrible in fast forward. I think they're just bad in general. You just don't notice it because you don't miss when you're going in normal speed. So. Yeah, so this is Detective Hold It. He's gonna like tell us about yokai criminals. We do nothing with that, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, they intended the yokai criminals to be kind of like a community thing where you catch one yokai, you get a part of the password, and you're supposed to work together with your friends to figure out the entire password.
Yeah, and then like the criminals change based on the week of the 3DS you're playing. So you can actually like just change you can time travel like you would in like Animal Crossing to actually change what the criminal is of the week. So.
All right, Jibanyan's name is.
We have, with $105, Magoo.
What a shot!
I can't believe it.
Shout out to Kirby Master.
Yeah. Also, yeah, the passwords give you a lot of really great rewards and everything. And yeah, you could hunt down and work with your friends to figure out the passwords, or you can go on GameFAQs and see them all there.
Yeah. They like data mined them with like the second week of release. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. When Ghoul first started routing this, he used what little passwords he actually had at the time.
The early
out.
passwords were cool. Like it was like, okay, we're gonna get like some experience and like one little item, and that's gonna be it.
And then they started finding the really broken passwords.
Yeah, you can get like 2 items that get more like 3 times the experience of the final boss, and like all kinds of crazy stuff like that. Items that we can't get over the course of this run at all. It's
All
pretty
right, let's put
ridiculous.
Magoo in the front so he can actually attack.
So yeah, we got our friends now, so we're gonna go beat up Dismeralda. This is like the last of the easy bosses. They're like the normal yokai fights that we use as boss fights.
All right. All right, here we go. Just pretty simple.
It's a pretty standard fight. He's gonna try to keep Ruffraff whacking him as hard as he can. Ruffraff will do more damage than anyone else. Spams his ultimates, and it's gonna die. There's almost no chance. This fight has almost no risk to it.
One thing I do here is because this orc touching minigame here actually is harder to hit them when it's fast forward. So I turn off fast forward just so I can do it more consistently.
Yeah. At one point, I was actually getting really good at doing it on fast forward, and then I tried it again recently, and I just couldn't do it. There's like a pattern to it, I swear. Like they'll come out in the same areas, like after each one. But okay, yep. So yeah, we beat up Dismeralda, and since we beat her up, she's gonna do what yokai do when you beat them up. She's gonna join us. Whoa. Cool. So you'll notice we also got a nasty medicine there. Those are revival items, and we don't get many of those over the course of the run. So if Ozzy here has a bad part of his run, he's actually going to make it a lot harder on me.
Totally on purpose.
So we're not going to nickname Dismeralda because she literally never joins our party. So
She is garbage tier.
she's pretty terrible, yeah. A lot of the yokai you get early on are pretty
She's
bad.
also just depressing to be around.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's chapter 2. That's Enter Jibanyan, I believe is the name of the chapter. So we're moving on to chapter 3, which is let's see. This is Protecting the Seals is next. So we're gonna start off in Protecting the Seals. We're gonna go visit our friend Katie in the park. And we're gonna have nothing too special here. So if we have a couple of quick donations, you can go ahead and get those in.
Yeah, we got a bunch. We have $10 from Caldrum saying donating from work, so I won't be able to watch this run. Good luck to the runner. Expect more donations when I get home. 7 hours to go. Thank you very much. We have a $5 anonymous donation that says, I'm so happy Thune is a Yokaimon master.
What? Okay, German restreamed something, I'm sure.
We have $10 from Micalia. Thank you, Micalia.
Hi, Micalia.
Hello, hello. I've never played this game before, so I'm so excited to see it. Also, hooray for Ozzy. Can I get Ozzy to say "Go Tipo," and everyone else to respond with "Sharing is caring."
Go Tipo.
Sharing is caring.
It's because of Micalia, I'll say that much.
We have $10 from Ifriti. Great event for a great cause. Thank you very much. And Kirby Master, $50. Kirby Master here. Good luck to Ozzy on the run. I'm putting this donation towards naming the best demon cat ever to the best cat ever.
Alright. This is Tattletale.
Tattletale is surprisingly important. We have a very special name for Tattletale.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just let him type it in before I say anything.
Yep. Here you go.
So,
He just left.
Villagin here, is he out of here? Yeah, so Villagin here, much like our Villagin, does a lot of their work from behind the scenes. So actually, big shout out to Villagin. He's done a great job with the tech here. But yeah, so Tattletale was one of our healers. She's the only one the story gives you. She's also terrible, but she has one good thing about her, and that is that she has a passive called Caring. And what Caring does is it makes every yokai next to her have a passive regen on their health. So she basically is the only reason some yokai are bulky enough to do this run. So really nice.
Yeah, literally the only yokai that does something from the back row,
Yeah.
essentially.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to add her to the party. In a normal RTA setting, we wouldn't actually do this, but if we don't do it now, she's going to have no levels. She's going to be level 1 for her first boss fight, which basically means that she's going to die on the first hit. Okay, level 5. But yeah, either way, she gets bodied by any single hit. So we do this now. She's going to get about 5 levels between now and the fight we would normally add her for. So... All right. So this is kind of one of my favorite parts of the game because it's like the only part that the game is raining. I know this is a percentage chance like when you're playing casually, but I've basically done nothing with this game casually. Everything I've done has been speedrunning with it. So I've never seen it rain except for during this day.
I have. It's actually pretty rare. Oh my god, this person.
So you'll notice like the crosswalks in this game, we're running around them. This game has a... I've heard this described as like a manual for teaching Japanese kids for how to be good kids. So one of the things that they want kids to do is push the button before crossing the street. And if you don't do that, you're going to get yelled at by Whisper. And then eventually the game is just going to kill you and say like, yeah, don't do that because you're breaking the rules. We get around that by just never going through crosswalks. So we're like, yeah, I might get a crosswalk. I'm going to like start in it and then go outside of it or just do whatever. I'm sure that's how real life works. If you don't go through crosswalks, you can't get a jaywalking ticket. So. Life lessons from Yokai Watch, everybody. So in the story right here, Tattletale warns us that there's these weird things that are happening around town with these seals that are protecting our world from the yokai world. So we're going to go around to each of the seals and kill off the yokai that are messing with them. So...
Gonna run over here, grab this chest hidden over here.
Yeah, this is one of our little safety revives. It's a little bit out of the way, but if we need this, we're going to need it. So.
Yeah, the only place where you can buy revive items in this game is a kind of a really out-of-the-way location.
And only during night, when we're never anywhere near it at nighttime, so.
All right.
So this is the second one. There's one more fight where we're fighting just a random object for this. We're kind of trying to be careful and watch our experiences. On each level up, we actually get all of our HP and our ultimate gauge back. So we're trying to make sure we save Jibanyan's ultimate for the boss coming up here in a little bit.
Good fight.
That was pretty solid, yeah. Almost
Yeah,
nailed it.
sometimes that guy just likes to guard, and he's got way more HP than most enemies at this point in the run.
Yeah.
All right. So at the next battle, I'm going to use Kaiden's ability, and then Jibanyan should level up and get his full ultimate gauge, which is going to be really nice to have for the first boss of the run, actually.
Yeah, so remember what I mentioned earlier, like about the experience route being thrown up. This is the only place we really can track our experience through normally. If you get no extra encounters, if you do Kaiden, Jibanyan, Kaiden, you'll always have a full Jibanyan's ultimate gauge for the boss. So sometimes that gets thrown off a little bit. So
Didn't let go of B fast enough.
yeah, that happens sometimes. Games like sometimes really finicky about that.
Oh, by the way, I just wanted to let this text box kind of just pop up here in a second. Just, you know,
Villagin's
to
caring.
remind you.
Because we all know Villagin is secretly a very caring person. He's not at all. Never getting a bidding war with Villagin is like one of the top 10 goals of my life. Yeah.
No, don't guard, attack. There we go.
A lot of our damage at this point is based on just our John Cena actually attacking. If he does anything else, it wastes a good amount of time. We can't actually tell Yokai what we want them to do. It's not like Pokemon where we say, I want you to do surf now. It's like, no. There's a couple factors that influence what they do. So they have, well, we'll start. They have 4 things they can do. They can attack, they can use a spell, they can Inspirit, which is like a buff or a debuff, or they can loaf, where they do absolutely
I actually
nothing.
kind of forgot to do the shopping trip, so I'm going to go...
Yeah, we're going to do a safety shopping trip here. Again, this is something that's not normally done, but one of the bosses coming up is terrifying to fight. And if we die, we can just death cycle to him. So we're going to do just a couple things to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I'm selling some, this particularly.
Yeah.
That's all I really want to sell.
So sell something and then buy a couple extra healing items and some getaway plushes.
No. There we go. And yeah, mostly the getaway plushes are just really nice to have.
Yeah. There's no other way to run away from combat but throwing a getaway plush. So if we get caught by something while we're going through a dungeon, if we don't have one of those in our inventory, we have to either fight it or just take an automatic game over by surrendering. Hopefully we don't have to do that. I did in practice earlier today, so that was fun.
Yeah, so... all right, first boss.
Yeah, so this is the first boss. This is like kind of a tutorial boss in a way. It's kind of introducing you to the game's giant boss. And so this is the Slimamander. And the other thing it's introducing you to is the idea of targeting different parts. So each boss has a lot of different areas they can target normally. Man, they just went in on the middle eye there. That's actually kind of nice to get the whack on a little bit. So see, once we do enough damage to each of these things, they're going to open up. And once they're all open, he can't do anything to us. So we're just going to like sit here and wait.
No, use Ebel. Thank you.
Yeah. Ruffraff's magic is pretty terrible, so we don't ever want him to use it, considering his physical attack does like 30 damage. Man, they're going in on him.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So, this isn't too difficult of a boss. Also, shoutouts to the amazing music in this game, especially the boss music is awesome. Wow, okay.
Yeah, that fire is not good.
And we got Triple Trouble upcoming. That's good.
Yeah, that's...
He's going in. I've never seen him do this.
He's like, marathon run, you say?
You might want to heal Ruffraff, by the way. He's a bit low.
Yeah, actually,
So-
I might want to do this just to have more frontal attackers.
Yeah, so something you might want to also take a look at is if you look in the left side of the screen, you can actually see the boss's health bar. This boss is kind of unique in that he has a set pattern. As far as you probably should go left.
Just
Do-
make Jibanyan.
Jibanyan. Hold Jibanyans and do it just the Ruffraff attack. I would start charging Ruffraffs as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so whenever all of his things are open, he can't attack, and he does that 3 times over the course of the fight. So once we do this fight is essentially over. unless we get like some really bad misses, which
Okay, I
didn't
got
see.
double money, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah, so something we didn't mention, there's things in this game called wisps, where they'll just go across the screen very slowly, and
It
you,
went.
if you touch them, you'll get extra experience or money, depending on what. So, always really fun to see when, like if you get double experience in some parts, it makes the run so nice. And then some other times you'll get like absolutely nothing, you'll get junk, which is always good too.
Yeah, you would think that double experience points is like, oh, clearly that double experience points, the run is just miserable. Not really. It's still doable.
Yeah, it basically just adds some safety. You don't do much more damage with level ups. You just survive longer. So yeah, so that's chapter 3. That's protecting the seals.
Wow, back to back of the fire breath, really?
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. So,
All right.
so this is Timers and More. So we're told by our little butler ghost thing whisperer that, hey, you have your yokai watch, but it's kind of terrible. Like I literally pulled this out of a vending machine. So why don't we take it to somebody to get it fixed up and make it really nice for us? So we're gonna go meet the clocksmith at Timers and More.
Mr. Goodwatch.
Yeah. So if you have time for a quick donation, this is probably a good spot for one.
Sure thing. We got a few here. $10 from Anonymous says 10 for KH1 level 1 unknown battle because that stuff's cool. Keep up the great work, guys. I agree. It's gonna be a neat battle. We have $10 from Lord. Launch fighters. No idea.
I'm guessing that's a robo.
Might be.
Yes, I guess so. And $10 from Anonymous as well. Hey guys, enjoying your Yokai Watch run so far? Nami is a great charity, so I doubt this will be my last donation. Can't wait for Wild Arms later. This goes towards Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Level 1 Unknown Battle. Thank you very much, guys, for your donations.
Alrighty. Yeah, so we're going to go talk to him, and he's going to tell us, hey, by the way, you guys need to get a cog, a screw, and a spring so I can fix up your watch for you. And this is kind of an excuse for the game to force us to go to a couple different spots in town and a little bit of a mini tutorial for some things. I believe this is the cog. I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
This is the item that you get
Oh, it's the screw.
for talking to this guy.
Yeah, I was trying to remember which one it was. But yeah, you get the screw here. It doesn't really matter. The next one we're going to talk to is the owner of this apartment complex. It gives you like the street pass functionality in the game. Doesn't matter for a speed run, but the game wants to teach us about it anyway. Man, that guy was blocking you. Huh.
How long do we have before we recruit our next?
We're going to get Wall Kappa after this chapter, so we got a little while if you guys want to keep going.
Yeah, we got at least another 10, 12 minutes.
You want to give us an update on some names while you're...
Yeah, sure. Wallcap is next, you said?
Yeah, Wall Kappa is the next name.
We have our Lord and Master Taiho at $25. If anyone watched the Suikoden 2 run last night, that was a huge part of it. We have Venoct as Purity at $20. And let's see, Koma-san has a name Bumpkin at $50 so far.
All right. Yeah, thank you guys all so much for donating. It's been a pleasure to be here and running for y'all. Also, huge shout outs to everybody that donated prizes. There's a fantastic selection of prizes for this run as well.
Yeah, so even if you're not the biggest, like say, if you're not that excited about donating for a name like Venoct that honestly is a bit late in the run and we admit, these prizes are all fantastic and they're totally worth trying to get.
So actually, shout outs to Ozzy. He's actually donating this cart, which will have the marathon save on it. So if you donate during the run, you'll have a chance of getting that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, why don't we show off the prizes? A lot of those plushies are for prizes. Just the one? Okay. So we have sure.
yeah, so we're.
We've got a billion. Seriously.
All right, so we got our key for the mansion. This is our first little dungeon. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Go left, get the key, go out, pick up the health restorative item, and then go back in.
Yeah.
Once we do this, we're going to get the spring, I believe.
Even though I
for our
could have
watch.
used a nasty medicine during my the last boss fight, using one of those during that boss, you have to feel very desperate.
Yeah,
Ah.
small export, but that's not too bad.
No,
Double small export is pretty special. That's really rare.
Yes,
Usually what we're looking for there
special.
is a bamboo shoot, which is a healing item that normally is like an end game item. It's like really good.
I was hoping for black syrup.
You're way more nervous about that than I am, so.
Can you blame me?
I mean, it doesn't reflect on you. So, anyways, this is Baku. Baku has our spring. We woke him up from sleeping. Baku is like a yokai of like sleeping. So I guess we should go a little bit into what yokai are. Yokai are like the things that are all around. It's like it's a common thing in Japanese mythology. And they kind of made up some for this. Like Doloma is like a yokai. When he's around, everybody will feel kind of bored. There's a yokai that makes you fart if he's nearby, because this is a children's game.
Cheek squeak.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
So yeah, Baku is this one of like dreams and sleeping. He's actually going to help us out. He's going to let us go out at night.
Actually, how that went, I don't need to use the iPow, so I'm good.
Yeah.
I didn't take any damage, and the characters that got their level ups are the important ones.
Yeah. So if you take a little bit of damage in that fighter, you want your Sultanate back. You have to heal separately here before the boss, but he got a good fight there, so that's good. Yeah. So these yokai are all around us or whatever, and they're Dismeralda was a yokai that causes people to kind of argue with each other. So, and thanks to our yokai watch, we can see them and befriend them. So, pretty standard kids stuff.
Yeah, one of the things that you don't see is the side quests in this game, in this run. Most of the side quests involve you using particular yokai, not just the battle, but also to inspirit people to help them rather than hinder them. Like, if somebody is nervous about speaking out loud into a crowd, for example, have Tattletale spirit them, and
You mean Villagin and spirit them?
yes, and like Villagin, he will tell you to tell it like it is.
Right. So we talked to this guy, and he's telling us that he's having trouble focusing because he doesn't have his pair of lucky underwear, which he thinks he left at the hot spring. So for some reason, we can't go to the hot spring during the day. We can only go at night. So we're going to have Baku take our place so we can sneak out at night, because that's what good kids do, of course. And we're going to go try to find out. And what happens when you're a good kid? You're going to get in trouble, and we're going to get in trouble right here. So we're going to have what's called Terror Time.
The first real unskippable cutscene too.
Yeah, for some reason, these cutscenes aren't skippable, and we have no idea why. If something goes wrong during this segment, you can lose like 3 minutes, which is always lovely. So Terror Time is this RNG mechanic where sometimes... Actually, I'm going to let this play because this is pretty amazing.
Yeah. By the way, that's a super boss too. So I really don't want to get caught by this guy.
Yeah, so he's going to try to find us, and we're going to get out of here. Okay, that's a good spawn location for him. He spawns in a random spot. Good. Okay. Yep, so we're good. Looks like we're not going to get caught, which sucks because there's really good music when you get caught.
Oh, what? Good music, you say? Hey, buddy, I need good music.
This is also like the main reason we use the boy. The girl can't do that setup where she goes straight through. She has to actually avoid stuff if you have bad luck, so like it saves like a minute at most to use the boy, but it also like adds a lot of safety on this segment, which is kind of nice. Again, no non-skippable cutscenes. It's pretty funny. Vinok makes a nice reference here. He's like, "I'm not gonna bail you guys out again, by the way. So I'm not the government." It's actually what he says. I'm like, okay, that's something that's gonna go right over a kid's head while they're playing this, but.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, Terror Time is very interesting in how it's triggered. It can trigger any time during the run, pretty much. Mostly just when you're running around town. If you're in a dungeon, that'll never happen. But it'll happen to you more likely if it's early at the nighttime when you're supposed to be in bed, like a good kid, or you're loitering. And the game considers loitering not progressing the plot or not doing side quests. We're not doing side quests.
I've lost like 2 runs of Terror Time. Ozzy's had much worse luck with it than I have. It's really kind of funny. I mean, you just laugh at it because there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah,
At least that's what I do. I don't know. Ozzy may just like throw his stylus, which I actually did once,
No.
which is why I have a spare stylus right here in case something happens. So
That's you. You throw your stylus like a madman.
I threw it straight down to hit my foot. I couldn't find it
I
for
don't
like
want
a
to
week,
lose
which
the
was
stylus.
amazing.
It's a pain in the. It's a pain to get these replaced.
It's also not your stylus, so. So this is Frank. This is the boss of Timers and More. This is a very special boss fight. I'm sure you guys are going to get a kick out of this. I'm just not going to say anything about
Dancing
it.
grandpas!
Okay, he said it. Anyways, the background of this fight is really special. So what the game doesn't tell you about this boss is, like, you figure out, like, oh, he's covering his stomach, so I'm going to whack him in the head, right?
Please, thank you.
That one's really finicky sometimes. It'll...
Okay.
Man, he's going in on me in spirits. All right, so see, now he's going to cover his head. He's like, oh, you're whacking me in the head, right? So we're going to hit him in the stomach now. I love you guys. That's all I'm going to say. So now that we knocked him over, you'd think like, oh, now we can just whack on him. But if you hit his stomach here, he's going to actually do his super attack.
Turns out if you just continue to focus fire on his head, he'll never do his counterattack.
Yeah, he'll never do his counterattack. You just do tons of damage to him for no reason.
Stop using Bevel! Stop!
He even missed that time. He's just like, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. Loafing too, man.
No,
He's-
don't guard!
He's just not cooperating with you at all today.
No.
This is like the worst sprink look I've seen in a while. So.
No, John Cena, don't die.
All right.
Yes, do that. Attack.
That should knock. Nope. This should.
Okay.
Yeah, so now he's knocked over. This should be it.
I don't
If-
want to use any more healing on this.
As long as John Cena decides to go in, we're good.
Go, John Cena, please. Yes.
Yes.
No.
Oh.
That's why you stretch before you work out.
There we go. He's doing better this time. I believed in you. There we go.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, that was something.
Yeah, so that was Sprank. As it turns out, Sprank was wearing our watchmaker's lucky underwear, so we're going to take his underwear from him.
Yeah.
And it's actually really funny because we're going to go back and talk to him, and he's going to tell us, like, you know, Whispers are like going to be about to tell him where they were, and you know, or we're about to like say like, oh yeah, by the way, this like giant pig was wearing your lucky underwear, and Whispers are like, don't tell him that, please. So this is probably a good chance for another donation or plugging some prizes.
Yeah, we got some love for the Wellcappa name here. $40 from Kirby Master. Kirby Master here again. Good luck to Ozzy and Ghoul again. This run has had great commentary so far. Keep it up. I also demand more Jabanian on your stream. Put this donation towards naming Wellcappa Kappa. Believe it or not. And $30 from Aggro Craig. Says, hey guys, keep up the great work. Yokai Watch has been a really fun game, and it's been cool to watch you guys speedrun it. Looking forward to both Wild Arms and Eternal Sonata later in the marathon. This donation goes towards naming Wellcappa Burrito, because I could really go for one right now. So we're actually pretty close on that name. Let me just refresh.
Wellcappa's coming
We're
up
going to cut
very
that off. We have to catch 3 fish in a little bit here. We'll cut it off on catching the 3rd fish.
Okay.
So they got a little bit more time.
So $40 for Kappa, $30 for Burrito, and $25 for Taiho.
Yeah. If you're wondering why I suddenly skipped the cutscene just after all that dialogue, for a reason I can't skip that until it transitions to the bedroom.
Yeah. Okay, so the plot for The Ring in the Pond is our friend Bear, you know, one of our good friends at elementary school, was kind of a dork, and he dropped his mother's wedding ring in the pond at, you know, way up in the forest, and we can't find it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look for a mythological creature to help us, you know, that's known for swimming pretty well.
Went too far left. There we go.
So we're gonna go over here, and these ladies, for some reason, we have to talk to them because they swear, like, you know, oh, I saw something weird, and you know, so we're gonna go check out what they saw, and it's right here. He's disguising himself as a flower for some reason. I don't know why. This game is really adorable, by the way. So there's a lot of like little cute things like that.
We found a Kappa, folks.
Yeah, we found a Kappa. I'm sure.
Unfortunately, this Kappa in particular is like, you know, I'm really hungry, but I suck at fishing. Could you do it for me?
Yeah, so we get a fishing rod, which means that much like that, it's an identical minigame too when we were catching bugs earlier. I was a little bit worried for that for a second.
Here we go again.
So we need 3 carp. Carp can actually troll us even more than bugs can, because you can actually get rare carp, and rare carp don't satisfy the need for normal carp. So you can get 2 lucky in this segment, believe it or not.
Boy, I'm so hungry. I would love to eat that carp, but it looks too good for me.
Go ahead and grab the little shiny there, and let's reload it.
Nah,
All right. We don't trust that one. Never mind. That's a bad.
I never go for it. See, that little.
That little orange one is a rare one.
No! Stop, please. Oh, come, please, please.
Yay!
Hey! Thank you, game.
So the worst I've ever seen. Shoutouts to a good friend of mine, the other runner of this game. He's a Japanese runner named Yukunuko Swearum. So I saw him one time get trolled so bad here that he lost 4 minutes. He actually ran out of carp to fish and had to go into a building and back out to refresh them all. I've never seen that before.
Right.
It's usually really good about giving you them. So yeah, so that's 3 carp. So go ahead and do one last refresh on Wall Kappa, and let's get that name.
Sure thing.
So yeah, so we gave him our 3 carp, and he's now had his fill, and he's our friend again.
That was amazing. Has not changed, so we got Kappa.
All right.
Kappa?
Yep.
Kappa. All right.
I was wondering if this was gonna win with like $1. Just somebody's gonna like throw $1 on Kappa, and nobody was gonna like argue against it. Like, yeah, sure, that sounds good to me.
Got $15 from Folo Kinix. I know I'm not going to be happy with myself by the end of this marathon, but that's one of the reasons I support the cause in the first place. Was never interested in Yokai Watch before, but so this is refreshing and new, and a bit insane. I agree. Thank you for your donation.
Keep reading. We got quite a bit of running here to do.
Oh, we're good for there, but we do have some prizes. Put in $10 during this run to be eligible for the draws for the prizes. We have a Jabanian 3DS case pack, Jabanian 3DS XL case pack, Jabanian Roll Plushie, which is the one that's on the couch there. Let's see, new Yokai Watch game and Buchinian figure. I haven't seen that one yet. And RPG Limerick Yokai Watch cartridge. Oh, are you giving your actual cartridge?
That's the actual cartridge with the marathon
very
save
cool.
is going to be going out to one lucky winner. So.
Sounds good. And a Whisper 3DS case pack as well.
All right. Yeah, thank you guys so much for all your prize donations. It was really awesome to get that kind of support from everybody. So.
All right. This next boss coming up here is particularly dangerous.
Yeah, this is the second hardest boss in the game. You wouldn't think that this early. You'll notice earlier we added Wall Kappa to our party. We wanted him to get some experience. He's okay against this boss, but this boss resists water attacks, so we don't want to use him. The problem is 2 of our yokai are weak to water. So this boss absolutely annihilates us. Yeah, so he's going to go into like serious time, and I'll try to talk us through this as much as possible. So we're going to immediately target the Snaggerjag, which is the boss, and he's going to do this, and 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. All right, so that's what we don't want because blue fish have a magic attack. So there's 3 types of fish he's going to summon. There's red, blue, and green. Red is physical, blue is water, and green will heal. So this should kill off blue fish, and it did. We had a miss there.
Die!
All right, we got a red fish there. The ideal thing is that if he pulls out 2 fish, it's a green fish and a red fish. You don't want double green fish because then he's healing off too much damage. You don't want double red fish because then he's doing too much damage, and you definitely don't want to see a blue fish come out. So we're going to try to do that to get an Spirit on him. It looks like we got it. That's really good, actually, because that's going to let us...
No, you got it on Snaggerjag. I didn't notice that first.
We want to get our Sultimate gauges charged. And again, when something is Sultimated... this is lovely, so...
Oh, this is scary.
So you'll see again, whenever we're hitting him with that while he's inspirited, we're getting tons of Sultan Gauge back, which is huge. One little tidbit that I haven't pointed out
Do not
is
Magoo. Do not attack Magoo.
Magoo's special ability is if he kills anything, he gets a boost to his speed, his strength and his speed. So we actually want to, if we can, finish off these fish with Magoo. If we don't get it, it's fine. We definitely just want to kill off the blue fish as soon as possible.
Okay. I'm happy.
So we're good there. So yeah, I had like one period of time where I lost like 10 consecutive runs to this boss. Like, and there's just nothing you can do sometimes. He'll just pull out like 3 blue fish in a row. So that's a green fish. This one's gonna heal. That's good.
Totally approved.
So.
Come on and spirit him. That'd be great.
All right, 1 fish, 2 fish,
Oh.
green fish, green fish. Let's
Okay.
go.
Hopefully I should be able to out-damage these guys. And yes, it's...
That's a double with spirit on Snaggerjack. That's actually like the best luck I've ever seen on that. So he's gonna purify himself here, but that doesn't matter because we got all of our Sultimates back anyway. So if he does have 2 fish out, he will sometimes do his Sultimate, which is I forget what it's called. Basically, he sacrifices both of his minions to do a giant attack. It's actually good if he does it because it kills off his minions and gives you more turns. You just rotate around to the back row and make them take all the damage for you and go right back to your attacking line.
Come on, I need John Cena, man. Come on, John Cena. Yes, good.
So a little bit sketchy so far, but knock on wood, is going pretty well. Green fish, that's great.
Physically knock on wood, Bill. Please. Thank you. Okay.
Hey now.
Wow, is that? No, we didn't get him again. I was gonna say, there's no way.
Now I kind of want to see if I can get... Because I just want the soul energy.
Another green fish, man. He's trying to wait just a little bit there to see what the Snaggerjack's going to do. If he pulled another fish, that would actually be better, so he can get... Because it takes 2 Sultimates to kill each of the fish. So if he pulled a blue fish, he actually wants to get this Sultimate to hit it first. So, but that's fine. He's... That drawing minigame is sometimes really finicky. I swear, like, it checks to see if you go all the way to the end of both of them, so it'll, like, reject good ones, and then, like, you'll have ones that, like, look like Mario Party zigzags on that one drawing minigame, and they'll be like, yeah, that's sure, we'll take that.
Okay, redfish. Let's accept
Yeah,
it.
redfish is fine. Again, it's just the blue fish because both John Cena and Magoo are weak to water.
You know what? Let's just use this to give him back the bowl. Good, attack John Cena. I want John Cena to be attacked the most. One of his passive abilities is called Revenge.
It's a counter mechanic. He does whatever damage he takes that's physical damage, he'll actually bounce half of it back to whatever hits him. Man, doing the Bulletin's ultimate.
Go Bulletin!
You don't see that one very often.
Smack
Go
it!
Bulletin!
Come on,
Almost.
just a little bit. Go John Cena!
Rotate. You might want to back row. Oh, okay, there we go. So that was him charging his ultimate there. I thought he wasn't going to get that off in time, but that was actually a really clean fight, all things considered. We got trolled a little bit, but we took care of it pretty well. So, yeah. Oh, I guess I should explain what Snaggerjack was. Basically, he's a lifeguard for that pond and keeps kids from falling in. And he got mad at Wall Kappa for going in because Wall Kappa, when he went in, was splashing and swimming and doing whatever it is Kappas do when they jump into a pool of water. So he got mad at us and started to fight us.
Something about his face he just didn't like.
Yeah, so we found Bear's mom's wedding ring, so we're going to take it back to them. So we got to run to the edge of the forest to end this. So.
All right, we have $10 from D and Angel. Good luck on your run. Good luck on the run, yokai run. Never seen it before, but it seems like fun. Raise your kappas, and bet this money on Kingdom Hearts 2 1.5 level 1 battle. And $145 from Jackson. Says Kingdom Hearts is light. Let's complete that unknown battle. So Does that complete it? Let's see here.
I hope so. I want to see Hobbs do that. So.
All right, next chapter.
Yeah, so this chapter is called What Dad Forgot. So the plot for this one is our dad left for work, and for some reason today, of all days, our town got infested by these things called Wazats. And Wazats are yokai of forgetfulness. So what they do is they jump on your head and bite you, and you forget everything that you were going to do.
Forget about it.
Yeah, they yell "forget about it" in like the most like Brooklyn northeastern accent possible. They had a lot of fun with the localization for this game. It's a level 5 game in all regards, so like there's already going to be puns regardless, and then just like yeah, let's have way more fun with this than we should.
So that indeed did meet the level 1 unknown battle for Kingdom Hearts 1.5.
Nice.
Wow, that's awesome.
So we're there, 500 out of 500.
Yeah, now I get a nice little jog because we got to go back to Timers and More first.
Right. So what we're doing at Timers and More here is we upgraded our watch once, and that was what the Timers and More day was. So we upgraded our watch from E to D. But eventually, we're going to need to take that all the way up to A. So we're going to get our C rank side quest right here. So
Yeah.
each of the upgrade side quests are, he's going to say like, oh, I can upgrade your watch, no problem. But I have a catch. I don't trust you, and I'm worried that you're going to get destroyed by the more powerful yokai in these areas. So I want you to go kill these other yokai for me first.
Yeah, prove yourself.
Yeah. So the nice thing about this is that it's keeping all of them in the area that we're about to go to. So we're picking this up now, and we're going to go take care of all of these issues later. So we're going to go talk to the train man, get our dad's papers for him. And then we're going to go ride the train into the downtown area.
Yeah, let's go save Dad's job.
Yeah, we're going to keep our dad from getting fired. So, again, this is like a low-key kind of a dark game in some ways. So right here, we're going to have a little mini game. It was kind of a joke when this game came out. Somebody asked me, like, oh, could we ever do like a Twitch plays Pokemon in this game? And this is the only reason that this has no chance of working. This would be impossible in a Twitch plays Pokemon setting.
Yeah.
We have to get from here all the way to the end without getting grabbed by something. And there's this one troll Wazat that like just is hiding right in front of the door and waiting to grab you. So like when I first played this blind, I got caught like 7 times right in front of the door. I was so mad.
Oh, I remember you doing laps around this place thinking that's how you had to do.
Oh, yeah, no,
But
it's
you could
like-
just go right here, and hey, what do you know? You're there.
Yeah, I didn't do a ton of testing. Once I figured out you could do that, I was just like, oh, cool, perfect. So
Yeah,
I used to get like a
that entire
243.
3 minutes was so needed.
Yeah, so
'Cause
we're
I'm
gonna do
here.
that. Yeah, we're there. So it's supposed to be kind of like a stealth mini game. You like take your time getting around or whatever.
What's
but
stealth?
That's straightforward.
yeah,
If
it's-
this is stealth, this is the best stealth I've seen in a video game ever.
all right. So we took care of our dad. We got him his papers, and we're supposed to take the train home, is what it says here. But we're gonna pop out and we're gonna see Wazat, and we're gonna chase him down. And by chase him down, we're gonna go make a giant detour to go take care of our Yokai Watch side quest.
Yeah. We know where he's gonna be. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's not going nowhere, so we're going to go run over to the arcade, and we're going to find, what's the first one? Is it Tantroni? Yeah, it's Tantroni.
Yeah,
It's the red
Tantroni.
one.
Tantroni in particular is just, different because it's where Wall Kappa kind of starts to shine a little bit.
Yeah, so we're going to start using Wall Kappa a bit here. First, we're going into here because right near the entrance of this, there is a Mega Export, which is 8,000 experience. When we use this, it's going to actually level up something by 8 levels, which is pretty significant. So, it was a nice little discovery by actually Ozzy over here was, I believe, the first one to find and use it.
It's because I played the game casually first, Ghoul.
My first playthrough of this game was actually a blind speedrun, so it was pretty fun. So right here, we're just going to go over. These guys are weak to water, so we're just going to use Wall Kappa's ultimate and destroy them all. I am surprised it took that. So, they'll take like 1 more hit to die or something like that. Not a big deal.
Stop hitting Kappa.
Man,
please.
they're going in on Kappa over there.
Yeah, what am I doing? Thank you, John Cena. Why did I not even thank you?
So that's one of them. Again, we got to do 2 more of these. The next one is, I believe it's Suspicione, I believe? Yeah.
Suspicione's next.
Yeah, so Suspicione is like, it's funny because Tantroni and Suspicione are like, they're recolors, and they even have the same like ability. They just make you confused and attack your allies. So they were really creative with some of the stuff in this game.
They were also they were creative in some things, and others they were kind of at first, they really are just a recolor. But in terms of like the actual writing and their methods of actually inspiriting you, it is different.
Yeah. I guess a little bit about this game. This is actually, a lot of you have heard of a game on the PS3 called Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch. Originally, that was actually a DS game called Ni no Kuni, I forget the exact Japanese subtitle, but it was like Wrath of the Dark Djinn, or something along those lines. So they had the engine for that, and they wanted to make another DS game, but they didn't necessarily have the rights to make any of the Ni no Kuni. So what they kind of did was they made this game instead. So they had to create their own set of new familiars, which became yokai. So that's why the game looks very similar if you've ever seen the DS version of Ni no Kuni. And then they got the anime in Japan, and this game blew up.
Yeah, Ghoul has personally been to Japan, and it's everywhere.
It's on literally everything. You will buy, like, I'm going to buy a bag of chips, and there'll be, like, Jibanyan's face staring at you. Like, it's pretty glorious, Yeah. It's mega popular. It's pretty cool. Like, it's kind of like being able to see Pokemon again, as far as just, like, the sheer fanaticism for a game among kids. You'll see kids, wearing the little yokai watch on their wrist and stuff. They actually sell little medallions for them, so you can like stick them in like they do in the anime. It's a pretty cool little. They did a very good job of making this work, and actually, this has a really good localization as well. I do think.
I played through this game in almost its entirety when it first came out, and there was really not a whole lot I could say that was overlooked.
Yeah,
Or
they did a good job of making it like. This game obviously is set in Japan, but they wanted to make it feel like it was the U.S. for the U.S. They did just enough of that to make it relatable to kids
like
here.
the money. The money is yen in the Japanese version. Here
Yeah.
it's in America. It's in U.S. dollars. I'm actually very curious what currency it is for the European
I
version.
didn't even think of that. Is it really? Wow. So.
Oh, they're a lot richer there.
Yeah, I thought that was really funny too. The exchange rate doesn't technically work out, but we're also like a kid walking around with like $1,000 in our pocket by the end of this. So, yeah, it's whatever. I wish I was that kid.
Yeah, by the time I entered my casual run, I think I had 100K.
Speaking of money, we have a $10 donation from Brosentia. Brosentia here. Stealth donating? Give me those sweet, sweet prizes. Oh, and hey, chat, what do you call a well-dressed green monster? Dappa. Seal.
Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.
Also, now that the Kingdom Hearts is met, do you have another runner's incentive?
Do you want to just do the next open incentive?
Sure.
Yeah, just the next open incentive to be met.
Sure.
Whatever that
Take
is.
a look.
Oh, by the way, as thanks for saving his job and livelihood, here's a bicycle.
I mean, those are expensive in Pokemon, so.
Yeah, that's like $1 million.
Yeah.
All right, next open one is Bare-Knuckled Chaos for Final Fantasy. and
Perfect.
Ampersand.
Let's see some, like, no weapons killing the final boss. That sounds good to me.
You also get this wonderful music to listen to while riding on
The bike music's really adorable. So yeah, since we did our watch quest, we're going to head on over and we're going to go ahead and upgrade our watch again. So this is actually one of 3 quests in the run we're going to be doing. Each one is actually just a watch upgrade quest. Whenever you finish a quest, the game gives you a little bit of experience as a reward, some money, and then a couple items, and then it gives you this little like side bonus thing where it just shows like a little like short little animated clip. That's always really fun to watch. They're really adorable.
Yeah, but they have 3 possible outcomes.
Yeah, there's a boo, a bonus, and a jackpot. Boo, you get nothing. Bonus, you get something. Jackpot, you get something nice.
So let's find out, guys. What do you think it'll be? Boo, jackpot, or great? What a nice crowd. All right, we'll find out here in a moment. Here we go. It's gonna be great.
Bingo!
By the way, the boo would have been hilarious because it's literally a jerk bird flies and gets his thing midair.
So, in the words of Christoph Waltz, that's a bingo. Anyways, we're getting up the next quest right now because we're gonna want to start that as soon as we can. You already got it.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't sure. I was thinking.
Sometimes, I've actually forgotten to do that, and it wastes a ton of time because you have to go all the way back to timers and more.
Oops.
So basically, what we found out, what's going on in the story right now. This chapter is called Kibi the Bully, and we think something weird is going on with our town. So we're gonna go talk to our teacher who is over at what is it, Flower Street?
Yeah,
Which
he went to the bookstore. We're gonna go to the bookstore first, and he says, "Oh, you just missed him. He's right outside."
Yeah, so we're gonna go look for our teacher because he is somehow tuned to the supernatural in our town, and he's gonna tell us what he
He's
thinks
an
is going.
occult freak.
Yeah, but first we're gonna go, dive into this shady alley.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we avoided all the cheek squeaks. Those are the farting yokai, by the way. They're
literally buttheads.
literally buttheads. Yes.
Uh-oh. No, Magoo, don't!
So it's kind of a little known thing, but these fights are actually scarier than some of the bosses are because they do so much damage, and there's 3 of them. Yeah. Oh, you just
Okay.
missed it.
Yeah, I just did. They died before I could pop it. Oh well, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
No, but I'm not at all worried about Japanya dying or not even healing him after this, because we're gonna be forced to go back home to rest, and that's just gonna restore everybody to full anyway.
Yeah, it's not that. That's not the scariest fight. The next one will be a bit scarier, but
Oh,
we'll get to that in a little bit. So first, we're going to go to Settle In Bookstore to find our teacher. He's not there, but that's fine because we were going to go here anyway. We do want to buy a couple books. So yokai in this game have their attitudes, which is a bit like a nature in Pokemon. So it has 2 major effects. Number 1 is it changes their stat growths. So a grouchy yokai is going to get more strength because they're going to be punching things more. A logical yokai is going to get more technique, or more spirit because they're going to be using more spells, and so on and so forth. And we want to change a couple yokai to better fit what we want.
By the way, I'm
them to do
buying
over the course of the
bacon!
Yeah. That bacon is going to hold us over for a pretty good amount of time.
Dude, bacon.
I still think chicken thigh should restore more health than bacon, but one of them is a bit more filling.
It's bacon.
So, yeah, so we talked to our teacher. He tells us to go talk to another boy at our school called Lucas.
Who saw more, apparently.
Yeah, who's even more like attuned to the supernatural. He's also kind of a gloomy-looking kid. And he says, like, there's something going on at the hospital. So, yeah, this is, like, the weird, like, fetch quest stuff. So we're, like, going all over here. Like, okay, let's go check out the hospital. And then, so you'll see right there, that's the A rank door. We'll need to get A rank to actually go into the hospital eventually.
Yeah, this is the game's way of... you can't ignore not getting the watch upgrades because there are barriers that will stop you from going.
Right. So, basically, when we go to the hospital, QB's going to show up and say, hey, by the way, you should go check out that construction site at night because I hear weird things are going on there. QB's like a god or something like that. I don't know.
It's kind of like a guardian of the town, essentially. All right, it's very important we go this way in this particular matter.
All right. This is actually kind of funny. If he does his movement perfectly here, something very funny is going to happen.
Yep.
And...
darn
you
it, I
missed it.
Darn it! Darn it!
You can get hit by that ambulance, so we always laugh at that. If your movement is perfect, you will get hit by the ambulance. I mean, you're getting hit by an ambulance. It's the best thing to possibly get hit by, so.
That's true.
They just stop, throw you in the back, and say, okay, turn the lights on, let's go.
You made it easy for us, kid, at least.
So we're going to go back and change it tonight, which we have to do anyway because you can't enter the construction site during the day because people are working during the day. Go figure.
Here we go.
The other reason we have to change it tonight is we are actually looking for a specific bug for the second to last chapter of the game. It's called a sawtooth stag, and if you don't get one, you can't beat the video game, and these things have cost multiple runs from everybody.
I'm pretty sure everybody that has played this game for the first time reached that point in the run and wondered, where the heck do I find this thing?
Yeah, it's...
And madly searched the internet for answers.
Yeah, basically, they're on any tree, they're more likely at night, and they're still a rare bug. So we have... I think there's like 12 notches on the little thing. They start with default having 4. We're going to add 3 more using those black syrup that the janitor gave us earlier. And yeah, this is like the biggest point of RNG. Originally, when this game got in, we were considering making it a race. This is one of the biggest reasons we didn't, because one person could get screwed over by this so badly that there was no chance they could actually even come back.
Okay, nope,
So,
not
0 for
that.
1.
I'm betting 6.
Nope.
5 earlier, so.
So what we're doing here is he's looking up in the top right and making sure that there's no yokai in the tree when he's looking at it. So like right there, there's... oh,
Nope.
wow, there wasn't a yokai there.
No, it's because of the purple.
Yeah,
See, this is actually an yokai disguise, and because of that, it overwrites the...
Yeah. It's a little bit tricky sometimes when you're around the hidden yokais like that to know where the actual... which trees don't have yokai on them. Because you can't look for bugs on trees with yokai on them, because it pulls up the little mini game that we did at the beginning to
World
catch
record
jerkbird.
tree? Okay, there it is. Okay.
All right, we're gonna save here. If we lose we lose it, but we don't want to lose those black syrups because if we lose those, we have a 1 in 3 chance of catching. If we keep them, we have a 50-50 chance. So everybody, like, start your drum rolls or whatever.
Oh my God.
Please, please don't.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
No! No!
All right, so we're gonna have to go to the title screen real quick and reload the save. Rip in game time. Normally when we do this game, we don't allow going back to the title screen to avoid the yokai cam. It also keeps our in-game timer accurate, so we use that for our official final timing on the run. So, yep.
Back to searching.
Yeah, back to the hunt. If you don't find one, the run is basically over. By the way, that one little orange one, again, makes a rare one, and that doesn't count. That's one, too?
That's one there. Actually, I don't need to save, so I'm just going to go for it.
Yeah, just go for it.
Come on. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Don't, yes.
Yes!
All right.
That was actually really good, all things considered.
Yes.
That was like 7th tree. I think world record gets it in like 5. The best I've ever gotten is 3rd tree. And I think I might have even missed the 3rd tree one I got.
Second tree was for me.
Yeah.
And that was glorious.
And again, every time you, I didn't mention this, every time you look at a tree and look away, it's like 7 or 8 seconds gone, so.
Yeah. The other backup is in case of we just didn't find any use. We go back here. We have to come over here to take care of another one of these yokai we have to beat up.
Yeah, so we're going up north here. Again, we need to complete our B rank yokai watch, so we need to do our quest here. And there's a yokai here called Mad Mountain.
Oh boy.
Mad Mountain's actually one of the hardest other fights in the game. We're going to sneak around here. We're going to go all the way to him. There's actually going to be a weird yokai blocking it for like another side quest. I haven't played the game to actually know what it's for. Weirdly
it's for
enough,
a completely different side area. There's like this. This mine is just like one of 4 areas.
yeah, so we have to do this. We can actually run from this fight, and it'll spawn us past the trigger for him, but we can't get out after doing it. So we just have to. We just have to kill him. There's no other way around it. So, yeah, it's a single yokai. You can like find these in the very first area. He dies in like 3 hits. He dies in 3 hits if John Cena goes in on him.
If he goes on. There we go. Yeah, interesting enough, it's entirely possible to recruit this yokai, and then, you know, you recruit him, he's your friend and all that, but then...
And then he yells at us for beating the crap out of him.
Yes.
So, the recruitment rate in this game is notoriously low. So, like, one of my original routes for this had a recruitment at the end of the run to get a better healer, because at the time we weren't good enough at the game to deal with only using Tattletale
Okay,
the
I'm
whole
going to
time.
focus here in case he trolls me.
But it's like a 1 in 20 chance to,
No,
to
that's not a
actually
good
recruit
start.
something.
Uh-oh. See, these guys hit super hard.
So there's one. So these Mad Mountains hit ridiculously hard, as you can see. That's over half of the health bar. On top of that, they have an ability called Stardy, which kind of like the Pokemon ability. They'll sit on 1 health, or the stand. They'll sit on 1 health at the after they when they would die, and they stay alive. You can hit them 1 more time. So they should be getting close to dead here.
Here's the thing. Their attitude usually makes it likelier that they're going to guard. Guys.
Rotate 1 more.
Yeah.
Villagin, come on, Villagin. Oh, I was hoping Villagin would attack and kill, because Villagin never gets kills.
Yeah, that one damage Villagin. What a trooper. Yeah!
Villagin with the contribution over here. Villagin was going in on this run, didn't he? Because he also got that last hit on, or almost the last hit on Sproink, right?
Yeah, something like that. No, it was Snaggerjack.
Oh, that's right, yeah. So, shout out to Villagin, man, going in. So we're going to go ahead and heal right here for obvious reasons. We got our Sawtooth Stag, which is great. We've got 2 of our 3 yokais killed for that. So we're going to head over to the construction site, which is actually where the last of our
All right, we got
B-rank
quite
quests
a
are.
bit of a ride to get there, so if there's... The hero!
Yeah, so if you want to plug some prizes or if there's some more
Sure.
donations, go right ahead.
When is our next naming?
Oh, we're
coming
actually
up
getting
here?
Komasan in just a little bit here. So
Komasan,
we'll
all
need
right.
to, we'll need to cut that off and probably like after we get out of town. So yeah.
All right, we have one name for Komasan currently, just at $50 for Bumpkin. If you want to usurp that, you can
Better
throw some
hurry.
money. Snipe it really quickly. The other one we have left is Venoct. Yes, Venoct. How long for that one? For that
That's
one?
going to be at the very end of the run. So
Very
that'll be
end of the
like
run?
2 hours in.
But he's a hero.
Yeah.
Okay, apparently he's a hero, and he's currently Purity at $20.
What
If you want to be a hero, just saying. Name of religion, yes.
Two religions.
Actually, I've never named the same yokai twice. I don't know if you can actually do that.
Yeah, I've never done that either. So that would be.
Bumpkin
Good
at
question.
$50.
Fun fact about Bumpkin, it's actually one of the default names for him. So.
Yeah, it's like one of the random names that just happens to be there. So, yeah, we're about to get right down here as soon as I don't stop running the people.
Yeah.
Who are out
When
late
you
at
bump into
night.
people on the bike, it's actually annoying because the bike has a weird acceleration property with it. So it's kind of the one trade-off of riding the bike as opposed to just running. All right, so this is Komasan.
All right, is it going to be a bumpkin?
Unless Jin decides to try and snipe it.
It'll take like 3 seconds.
Wow, look at that. Isn't that amazing how he's got those eyebrows? I'm big time.
We have a plushie of him over here, too.
Yes.
All right, well, let's refresh this a couple thousand times here. Do.
Oh, hey, yeah, I'm supposed to nickname this guy. What do we have?
I'm not sure yet.
What's in a name? What is... Curses spoiled by PayPal. Fine, you win this time.
All right, I guess we're going with Bumpkin.
All right, so, yeah, literally right there.
I'm asking for a refund. I mean, I'm gonna give it something else. Gee.
Give it the nod.
All right, so Komasan is actually one of the best yokai we're going to be having. He's going to be used for the rest of the game. Oh, a Bumpkin, I'm sorry. He's going to be used the rest of the game. He is very hard with fire magic. He's also like got this like inferiority complex. He's kind of cute. He's like the other mascot along with Jibanyan, which is why there's like plushies and toys. Like Jibanyan, Wall Kappa, and Komasan are all over the place. Yeah, so we get
Okay.
This is actually like a really like tricky dungeon because we have to pick up a lot of things in this dungeon. So we're gonna pick up the illusion ring there, which is gonna buff spirit by 25 and drop defense by 15.
Nice.
We're getting the fire ring there, which ups fire damage at the cost of reducing our fire resistance.
I'm going to just get, yeah. There's no dodging this guy.
So this is Jazz Demaskiaville, one of the former uses in the run. This is why we got those escape dolls, is to make sure we can actually get out of these. We're expecting to get into about 1 or 2
All right, I
encounters
want to be
here.
somewhat careful here because I'm
If you
terrible.
fall off here, it wastes like 30 or 40 seconds. It's annoying. We need this so we can turn a yokai later Brainy, which is a better version of Logical. It makes it where they use
okay.
spells way more often. It also ups their stat growth to pretty crazy things, so we want
This
we want
is
that for
typically
sure.
not a threatening fight here, but sometimes it can get me good.
In practice, this fight actually went really badly, and I've never seen it go that badly. So hopefully Ozzy here has a good time with it.
Oh, good. Low, just low.
Should be just about dead. Oh, well, he is just about dead, just the wrong person.
Take it, Fulton! No,
Totally.
John Cena! Thank you, Kappa.
John Cena wanted to make him feel good for a little bit. Just like, yeah, I'll let you pretend you dodged this one and let my teammate take the kill. John Cena's been putting in so much work already. We're good. All right, so we're getting that. We're going to go pick up one more Loafless book over here.
Yeah, one of the things that can happen actually is you notice loafers. Loafing around is a kind of an annoying thing. Aside from their attitude, they also have a chance. They have a separate stat for just simply what is their odds of loafing.
Yeah, like how nice are they? Like basically, it goes up the longer you have them. It's kind of like an affection in Pokemon. But basically, the idea is like if a yokai is kind of rebellious, it'll just loaf and do what you don't want it to do in theory. So we're gonna do this because one of our later yokai is gonna be absolutely horrendous if we don't use that. Actually, it's Vinoct. Vinoct is horrible about loafing because he's a god. He's like, I'm a god. I don't need to listen to you.
Read this. Learn a thing or two, kid.
So we're going to go over here to this IPO. We're going to go ahead and add Komo-san to our party. He's going to be our main attacker here, so we're going to add him to our party. We're going to give him that Mega Export from earlier, which is going, Bumpkin, which is going to level him from level 18 to level 24, which is crazy.
Here's the fire ring.
Give him the Fire Ring, which ups his fire damage. We're going to give Wall Kappa the Water Ring to up water damage. It's like a 30% buff on damage or something like that. It's pretty crazy. It's surprisingly better than the Illusion Ring, which we didn't think for a while. So then we got the inventory. We're going to go...
Give that to
So you can see this. It's
24.
18 to 24. So yeah, he's like way more powerful than he should be for this point in the game.
Because I remembered I want to give one of the Loafless books right here.
Yeah.
To Bumpkin. And that's about it.
Yep. All right.
So we have $51 from Village.
You don't say.
Let's do it. Unfortunately, I think we'll put it towards Venoct.
All right.
Instead.
All right. Boss fight time.
All right. So this is Massive Face. Yukunuko-san actually has my favorite split name for this. It's Attack on Titan. So what we're gonna do is he's got his two eyes. When they take damage enough, they'll close and he'll be blind and he can't hit you. We don't care about that. He's gonna hit us regardless. We're gonna just attack his forehead and kill him. And because Bumpkin is so powerful right now, he's gonna take a ton of damage. So you see, now he's gonna actually have lesser accuracy on one side.
Yeah, but I still want both eyes closed just to speed up the fight.
Yeah. The sound effects of this game are actually totally different on the US version versus the Japanese version, by the way. It's really adorable. Like, I love the US sound effects in this game. They did a really good job with them. So you see, like right there, he like tried to flick, but his eyes are closed. He ain't hitting Villagin because Villagin's a beast apparently in this run.
Go, Bumpkin!
You see, Bumpkin is hitting for 100 damage. Like, Bumpkin goes in on this fight. And John Cena is not having any of this. See right there, he opened his eyes again. We're gonna go ahead and just ultimate him again.
Uh-oh.
So Massive Swat is his ultimate. We're just gonna rotate and show the back row. They're gonna take a crap load of damage, but that doesn't matter. Villagin tanking that, good job. Oh man.
Kappa. Don't die, Vol'jin. He's nearly dead.
At this point, we're really just looking for a bit of extra damage from Bumpkin. Bumpkin is the main damage dealer in this fight. So.
That's the fence down, and I'm not worried about that. If it was confusion, then I'd be concerned. That's confusion. Please hit him. Thank you.
There we go. So that was a pretty solid fight outside of Kappa going down.
Yeah, it would have gone a little faster if Kappa would have just stayed alive.
It's a really fast fight though. It's a fun one. Like I really enjoy that fight. I enjoy it. All the bosses in this game are legitimately some of the best boss fights you'll see in any video game. They're just really well designed. The game is a little bit easy casually because you're doing a bunch of side quests and you're actually killing things instead of like avoiding them. But
yeah, this game, if you're casually, it really just ramps up when you get into post-game, because post-game has this one place called the Infinite Inferno, and it is ruthless.
yeah, we actually have messed around with trying to do an Infinite Inferno run, which would be kind of like a post-game content run. and you actually can't beat the first boss of the Infinite Inferno with the party you used to beat the final boss of the game.
Yeah, you need to at least be like another 25 levels
So
higher.
actually, one of the I bought a strategy guide for this game when I first got it to help with routing because I didn't want to go through and find out where every item was. And the online resources when this game came out were all in Japanese and not great. So I had to go. I bought a strategy guide. It actually recommends that your party is level 70 before you do anything in the Infinite Inferno. And at the end of the game, we're about level 40, 45.
Yeah, about 38.
Yeah. So that should just tell you how much more difficult the post-game content in this is than this. Not that this is easy. In a speedrun, this game is actually quite difficult in
I'd
some
whistle
spots.
if I could.
Yeah. So again, biking music is great. So we're going over here. We're turning in for our B rank watch. We're gonna get our A rank watch quest. So again, we're gonna get a little watch or a little quest finish cutscene.
What's it gonna be, guys? Boo? Bingo? It's always boo with you.
You just can't win with some people. It's all right.
At least let it be a quick boo.
Technically, boo is faster. So if we want a speed run,
Yeah, it's true.
Come on. I feel good.
Ah! What a bumpkin.
this game is adorable. I love this game. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna grab our A rank quest while we're at it. There's 3 of them that we have to go after. One is Benkei Underground. One is I forget what it's called. It's like a fire tiger thingy.
Blazing.
That's right. And then there is a like water thing. So it's basically the only one that we're really too concerned about is this first one, Benkei.
Yeah, because Benkei actually has a sizable amount of HP.
He has a bunch of HP and he's not weak to either fire or water, which the other 2 are. So
Okay.
come on. Come on.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
At least I got a spirit off. I really don't actually want to use wall kappas.
There you do.
No, I don't. He doesn't level up from this.
Oh, okay. I usually just go straight to the IPO.
Yeah, why? No. Just don't use it and save it. You don't have to use it.
We have like very slight differences in our routes, if you can't tell. So obviously mine is the better one, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's why you lose time in this one spot we're going around rather than going through.
Hey. We don't talk about that.
I just did.
So, yeah, so I guess to talk a little bit what's going on in the story here. So this episode, we're going to meet up with our friend, what's his name again?
Eddie.
Eddie, that's right. We're going to go say hi to our friend Eddie, who's going to have tickets to go to the museum, which he's heard some fantastic things have been happening. So I know immediately everybody's thinking like, oh yeah, so we're going to have Robin Williams as a wax man walking around and stuff like that at night. Not quite, but kind of a similar type of thing. So that's what we're doing. We do need to eventually get our watch upgraded for that, though, or before the end of this run. So we're going to take care of that on the
Yeah,
way.
but we're going to take care of these yokai hunts real quick first before we get to that.
So thankfully, this is actually the last set of hunts we have to do. After this,
Yeah.
it's basically a boss rush.
So if we got a moment here to read some donations.
Yeah, if you want to read some donations or talk about some of the amazing prizes we have, that would be great.
Sure, we have one donation here.
Thank you. That was it.
$10 from oh my god, I'm so bad with names. Pandami? Love the game, and I hope Yokai Watch 2 comes to America. Thank you very much. Just want to plug the prizes one more time.
Oh my god, he did not die.
We have a Jibanian 3DS case pack, a Jibanian 3DS XL case pack,
He missed in his soul ultimate, that's why.
the lovely roll plush that's on the couch. If someone wants to show that off real quick. Pretty amazing. We have a new Yokai Watch game and Buchinyan figure. RPG Limit Break Yokai Watch cartridge. The very cartridge being used right now is being given as a prize. We have a Whisper 3D case pack as well, which is Whisper's the little ghost that's
Yeah, he's the little
following you
ghost.
around.
He literally is tagging me, following me around like a stalker everywhere.
Yeah.
This game's Navi.
Pretty much, actually.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much again for the prize donations. It's been great. Thank you. Keep the donations coming in. It's great to hear all the support. How much do you have to donate to get in on those, by the way?
$10 for most. The roll plushie is just $5.
All right.
Another thing, if you haven't checked out the Yeti.com recently, $11 T-shirts, many designs, $3 of which will go towards Nami.
All right.
I really like the Demon Chocobo one. And there's
I'm
also,
kind of partial to the White Mage, but
yeah, White Mage is good. There's a Bravely Fantasy one that I'm not biased about at all.
Oh yeah. There's no reason Abda would have any kind of bias towards Bravely Default at all.
No.
What are you talking about? He's totally biased.
So this is All Hail. This is the one that's weak to fire.
No, he's not weak to
Oh, he's not weak to it, but
No, he's
fire.
weak to lightning. We don't have lightning.
Okay. He still gets destroyed by Koma-san, is what happens. I love if you look at like what some of the spirits do. It's actually really funny. Like that one was wrinkly skin, so your defense is down. My personal favorite is actually what Vooligins is. So Vooligin / Tattletale is the yokai that makes you blurt out things randomly for no reason.
Tells it like it is.
So what Tattletale makes them do is blurt out their secrets so we know their weaknesses so we can hit them harder. So their defense is down. It's pretty glorious. Like they had a lot of fun.
And there's unique dialogue for every yokai in this game, depending on what kind of spirit they just took.
Yeah. So really cute game. So we beat all those. We got our A rank watch basically ready to go. All we have to do is talk to the guy to get it upgraded. So now we're gonna go head over to Eddie's house. Eddie's kind of our nerdy friend. You know, everybody's got at least one. So
Yeah, he's again, yokai can't be seen by normal people, and he doesn't believe yokai exist and all that stuff.
yeah, so he's heard about these supernatural things at the museum, so he wants to find out what's actually going on with that.
Yeah, he wants to disprove it essentially.
Yeah. I love Eddie's mom too. Eddie lives in the rich part of town, by the way. He's like, you know. So we're gonna go up here. Eddie's got 2 tickets. It's actually really cute if you do this dialogue with the girl, because he like tries to pretend it like he does like the thing where kids do, where like, oh yeah, it's not a date though, I swear, you know. It's like totally not obvious that he has a crush on her. It's so adorable.
Yeah, but when I found out the boy was actually faster than the girl, Ghoul refused to change the line, go visit Eddie for a date.
Oh yeah, my notes still say visit Eddie for a date. It's amazing. So. Yeah, so this is the thing that I found out about today that I didn't know about that he was making fun of me for.
Yeah, just cut right through there.
Ozzy doesn't have a 3DS capture card, so I actually can't. The only way I know what his times are because of the in-game timer on the run. So actually, how's that 3DS XL treating you?
It's actually really nice.
Yeah, it's a little different. So.
Yeah, I should take it.
No, please don't. So yeah, so we're gonna go at the museum. We're looking and we're trying to find out like where the supernatural stuff is. So you see like Eddie with there with that like face. He's like, what's going on here?
Skeptical.
Yeah. So Eddie also somehow is a hacker. We're gonna find out later.
Yeah, like extreme. I'm going to break into a museum hacker.
I'm gonna break into a museum and disable all the security. And apparently, like a 7-year-old kid can disable the security in the museum.
Granted,
so.
he's a rich 7-year-old kid. Okay.
Well, he's a rich 7-year-old kid that wears headphones. That's like prototypical hacker material. So yeah, so basically we're like, okay, nothing weird's going on here during the day. It's got to be at night. You know, that's when the real party goes down at the museum. So we're gonna go back to our room and go pass out for a little bit. So he's smiling because I think he's laughing. It's actually possible to mash at the bed and accidentally choose to just sleep until daytime again, and you just waste like 15 seconds for no reason.
Yeah, because that literally means that, you know, I slept all day into the next morning, and now I just have to suddenly decide to go through all the way to night again. So 36 hours of sleep, just saying.
I'm sure Vooligin would kill for that right now. All right, so yeah, it's nighttime now, so we're gonna go sneak out again because that's what good kids do.
Please no terror times.
This is actually the last time we do anything at night, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So here we are. We're gonna go right back to the museum, and we're gonna find our way to break in. And by find a way to break in, we're gonna look around. There's gonna be a yokai nearby called Mirapo, which is, by the way, the MVP of this video game. So yeah, we're gonna look. He's like, okay, it's locked. Like, well, yeah, it's a museum. They're gonna lock up at night, but So we're going to go over here to the right. There's Mirapo. Mirapo's a cutie. And Mirapo's going to say, like, hey, you want into the museum? I got you covered.
Yeah, it turns out there's like this armor that's been making a bunch of noise, and it's like, I'll let you in if you just stop the noise.
Yeah. So we have to find out how to get into the vault where the armor is making noise.
Warp? Slurp.
Yeah.
You're going to see these two lines a lot.
Yeah, so Mirapo actually acts as a teleport system. So this is kind of a tutorial explaining what Mirapo is and what Mirapo does. Eventually, we're going to get the ability to use Mirapo on the world map, which is going to save a little bit of that movement time. Not too much, but, you know, a pretty significant amount. So.
Warp?
By the way, if you're wondering, you can't run through those lasers. Those are just treated as walls. This is actually fairly straightforward. So this should be the last, or the second to last one, before we go into the next section of the museum. So.
Yeah, luckily there's a lot of wide open spaces here, so even though there's a bunch of enemies everywhere, we're not really in any danger of encountering one.
Yeah, it's pretty rare to get an encounter here. I think I've only gotten it once. So we're going to take a step forward, and we're going to find out that Eddie, as our hacker friend, has managed to disable half the lasers in the museum already. Because that's another thing that apparently you can do. You can just disable, like, certain parts of lasers, and not all of them.
Also, these aren't trip lasers either. They're literally physical barriers. See, I can't go past this.
Yeah. So, again, we're going to go into here and come out. One of the most interesting things about the game rooting-wise, we usually used to go and pick up like everything that would buff our yokai. It turns out some of them are just not worth getting. So there's a Mirapo over to the right over there that will let you get a hidden hits book. Not worth getting at all, but
I always thought that was stupid to get, even when you started using that, because the amount of animation it takes to go through Mirapo twice is super long.
Whatever, we don't talk about those days. We rerouted. It's all good.
Yeah, we determined that spell damage is really where it's at.
Yeah. So, yeah, this route's gone through a lot of revisions, even since it was submitted for the first time. The original route, like I said, we used Moskval against the final boss, since it was bulky enough to take a couple hits. We, what are some other weird things? We tried to recruit a yokai in the middle of the run to get a better healer. That never worked.
Yeah, you were obsessed with getting Betterfly.
It's so good, though. Like, Betterfly is amazing, dude. Like, if you ever play this game casually, get a Betterfly. It'll just make your life so much easier.
Yeah. The reason why Betterfly is so good as a healer is not only does it have one of the best... Yeah, actually, I do want to.
Yeah, get the Turnibeads.
Yeah, it's got one of the best healing spells in the game, and it can't be inspirited, which is the debuff in this game.
Yeah, it can't be inspirited. Its own Inspirit buffs every stat on an ally greatly, and its ultimate heals your entire party. It's like perfect. So especially given, like, you'll see on the final boss. The final boss is a bit of a jerk. He likes to just go berserk on you with Inspirits. So we're going to throw the Turnibeads on Koma-san. Turnibeads buff your spirit and your speed by 30, but only if the yokai is rank D or below.
All right, here we go.
So, all right, so here we go. So this is the Phantasmarine. This is actually going to be Ozzy's last fight.
Get focus here. So
this is probably one of the harder fights in the run to do well. So he's got two parts. He's got his sword in his hand, and he's got the hole in his chest. And we're going to target his chest and try to break it open so we can attack like whatever's inside of it. We can't actually do damage to him until we hit the hole in his chest, though, so we need to actually break it open.
Actually, that was a good time to guard, Kappa. Good job.
Yeah. So I'm going to wait just a little bit until he breaks open the chest and we can talk about that. Man, he's going. Man, Kalpo's a psychic over here. Should be aerial slash, yeah.
Okay. I'm hoping that I get a heal here. Okay. Okay, that's perfect.
Yes, okay, so that's experience up. That is great. That's going to actually give us a ton of experience at the end of this fight that we wouldn't have gotten otherwise. That's actually important because eventually we want Kappa and Bumpkin to evolve. Man, this guy is bulky.
Yeah, he is.
Alright, so there we go. So we broke his hole in the chest, and we find out there's a mouse inside making all this noise. So the mouse is going to, like, rapidly try to repair the hole in his chest, and we're going to try to beat the crap out of him before he can.
Okay.
So basically, he's going to repair. Now, something that's very tricky in this fight, when he gets below half health, he's going to stop screwing around. He's going to pull out a second sword to go start beating the crap out of us. And that's when it gets scary, because he's going to up all of his damage by a lot. What you can do in this fight casually is you can break his sword, but his sword has so much health that it's just not worth doing, especially in the speedrun. We're going to just try to kill him without that. Man, this is a really good cycle, by the way. Wow.
Yes. Yes.
I don't do that much damage when I ultimate cancel this fight, so that's pretty crazy. So yeah, so now he's got the second sword, so he's actually a lot more dangerous now, but we've done a lot of damage, so we've got a good chance of getting a 2 cycle here, which is really hard to do.
Come on, attack.
So Curse Slash, this will basically one-shot the entire back row, so that'll be fun. So yeah, goodbye, Villagen. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. That means I lose Villagen's carry.
Yeah, losing the passive heal here kind of sucks.
Okay, he's guarding. The guards! They're actually
Kappa
useful.
is just being psychic right now. He's like, yeah, he's going to go after me, and I know it. And Bumpkin is deciding he just doesn't like casting spells at all as well.
Ah, John Cena! The champ!
Wow. I have never seen them guard this effectively before. All right, so now he's down. Hopefully... So, if you don't know this, what he's saving his Sultans for this is he's trying to get a single Sultan to cancel off of it. So, Komo-san should hopefully attack here and then immediately attack. That's a bit of a preview for that glitched final boss. I'm not going to go too deep into that.
There we go!
That is a really, really, really good fight.
Yeah. It's always really nice to be able to cycle that boss.
All right.
All right.
So, yeah.
So, yeah, that was a double XP, too. So, literally got double the amount of XP that boss normally gives. So, Ghoul, you get pretty easy after this with the double XP.
That should help a lot, so.
Yeah. And unfortunately, one more unskippable cutscene, but that's okay. I'm willing to accept unskippable cutscene because we get Mirapo.
So Mirapo is probably the single best yokai we will get in the game.
There was no naming incentive.
There's no naming incentive for it.
So what do you want to name this? I forget, actually.
Let's name it Everhate in memory of our good friend.
Right.
So, did a lot for the community. His paceman that he wrote before Limit Break about why we're supporting Nami was, I think, really inspirational. So,
Yeah,
I agree. I think it's a very fitting.
Looks just like him.
Oh yeah. All right. So now we got to keep on going through. So now we got our ability to warp again.
What?
I don't know what y'all are laughing at, so I have no idea.
I'm going to go back and watch this VOD later.
I don't trust them.
Might be a good idea.
All right. Now I get to stretch my arms for a bit. Ah!
All right.
That feels good. Actually, no, it doesn't. That hurts. All right. Now this act, this chapter, is the extreme dare. The dare being, there. Sure, you've gone to school, but have you gone to school at night? Well, probably not, because that's actually quite illegal.
We don't care about breaking and entering in this game.
First of all, he's going to go here and buy as many bamboo shoots as he can possibly can. This is all the healing we're ever going to need.
That's the last bit of healing items we're going to buy in the game. Man, get off that corner.
And now we have Mirapo. Mirapo is now our fast travel mechanic for this game. However, in order for Mirapo to allow us to fast travel, we have to go to each individual Mirapo across the entire maps and talk to them and wake them up, and that creates a fast travel point. So he pretty much did that there because that is one place where we had to come back to later, so that saves a little bit of time.
Yeah, we're gonna use that warp point twice.
Yeah.
It's one of the more used ones in the run. The other one actually being the school, funnily enough. We're gonna actually use the school 3 times. So, yeah, so we're going to go say hi to our friend Bear here. Again,
He's like,
Bear,
yeah, it's
Bear is
cool
our,
breaking in at the school at
yeah,
night.
Bear is our athletic, jock, dumb friend. So, because we've got to go with our most stereotypical friends
I
possible.
find that so weird because my nickname for my brother is Bear too, and it sounds like a dumb thing he would do.
All right, so we got the school keys because we're going to just leave those inside the building.
No. Not only that, but apparently they never go looking for them. They're never reporting missing.
All right, so we're going to activate this Mirapo over here, and then we're going to find out once we get here that all of our friends just got kidnapped, and we got to figure out and rescue them all. So, yeah, school at night is a very scary place, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. For one, most of the innerways are blocked off by stacks of chairs and whatnot, so you're pretty much forced to take detours.
Yeah, it's basically turning the school into a dungeon. The school normally doesn't have this except for at night. So there's a weird yokai in this room called Rattel. Rattel's not going to let us pass until we find one of her ribs. As you can see, Rattel is this skeleton girl with nice blonde curls.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we got the carrying over there. Shout out to Street Fighter V.
All right, and here's the rib. Really, not that far. In fact, most of this dungeon is actually very self-explanatory. It's go to a yokai that's holding your friend. They want something in return. Go get it, come back.
At least Rattel's nice and joins our party afterwards.
Yeah.
And she's actually really helpful for a couple fights.
Yeah, she's one of our first yokai where her physical attack and her physical damage is just way better, but she's logical attitude. So we purposely bought a Burke earlier back in the mall. Just to change her attitude to grouchy.
Yeah, her stats don't actually match what she does normally. So she's by default logical, but her stat growth actually would be better if she was using physical attacks. And her physical attack is actually a lot better than her magic attack.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Run!
He's gonna respawn back over by that door after I get that chest, yeah. So that was nice, okay.
Yeah. That said, Ratella used to be much more important to our runs. She's still useful, but...
She's still used now for 2 fights. She's very important in those fights.
Yeah.
But outside of, she's gonna eventually be obsoleted pretty hard. So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna find our friend Eddie, who is like entranced and trying to figure out what the heck is going on with this piano, because apparently he's never heard of those like pianos that play themselves.
Yeah, it's a piano that plays itself badly. It's like one of the school rumors, right? Turns out it's being played by Q-Pistol here.
Yeah, Q-Pistol's mad. He's like, I just want to play piano, and this like kid won't leave me alone. So can you give me some actual music to play so that I can like get rid of him?
Yeah, he needs music sheets to actually play the song.
And so we're gonna go over to the library, which is where you keep your music, of course.
Right.
You know.
He's gonna get that chest on the way back. He's purposely getting it on the way back too because
It'll refresh my run.
Yeah, it will refresh his stamina gauge. All right, so there's the music sheet.
Yeah. All right, so we got the music sheet. So again, we're gonna head on right back towards Q-Pistol.
As he can get through the door.
Yeah, as soon as I get through the door. If you have time, this is probably a good spot for a quick donation if we have one.
Sure, we got one from Ghost King, $5.10, in honor of Vuligin. P.S. P.S. I want that Jibanian roll.
It is nice. All right, so we gave him the sheet music, which he started to play well, which instantly made Eddie go, wow, this is boring. And went, now it's a good playing itself piano. I don't care. Goodbye.
Yeah. So now we've got one more person to rescue, and it's our friend Katie. If you play as Katie, it's going to be Nate.
He's going to take a slight detour.
I'm going to get a detour here to get a revival item, because if you don't have this and I need it, it's going to be bad. So Bitter Medicine is better than Nasty Medicine. It revives with 50% HP instead of 25%.
All right, now he's going to go ahead and do some very important menuing here. For one, he's going to put Kid in the party, who's going to be one of our big physical attackers. And sorry, Jibanyan, Magoo, you have done us very well thus far, but that's about it. And he's going to, of course, put Everhate in because Everhate is amazing. literally one of the most broken yokai the game gives you. Normally he's supposed to be a support type where he buffs your party, right? But he's got a high spirit, high defense. His main spell attack is neutral, so he doesn't have to worry about resistances. It absorbs HP for half the damage he does. So we make him a attacker by changing his attitude, and we give him an item that lowers his defense and boosts his spirit even higher for more damage. So he's taking more damage, but he's hitting so hard, he's healing it back up anyways. And lastly, if that wasn't all enough to be really, really great, his passive ability reflects half the damage that he takes from any magic-based attack. So yes, Everhate is freaking amazing.
All right, so this is my least favorite boss in the run. This is the Tarantutor.
Yeah, this is arguably one of the hardest bosses in the game. It used to be the hardest boss. The one main thing is that this boss has 4 limbs and he's stuck on the ceiling. You have to do enough damage to all 4 limbs to knock him down to the ground, just to have the opportunity to actually do damage to him to affect his health bar. So a lot of this fight is going to be using the ultimates to do as much AoE damage as possible.
Yeah, I want to get him off the ceiling as quickly as I can.
It's really bad to be inspirited by this guy as well. The Spirit debuff basically means it might force you to skip a turn. We don't want Bumpkin to skip a turn, ever. He did get a nice milk drop, so we're gonna get Bumpkin a little bit more SP for his ultimates, and there you go. But he's not gonna use it right away, because he's nearly got all the limbs destroyed. That's the other thing he can do, he can poison. Nice, that's what you want to see. 108 damage, that's really nice. Yes! Come on, you want to see those attack rolls so bad. Good. Solid enough. Solid. You really don't want to see Bumpkin use any of his physical attacks. Okay, that's looking promising. If he times everything right, he might just get a 2-cycle Tarantutor, which is incredibly hard to do. And that just might be the end of Wall Kappa.
It is going to be the end of it.
Yeah.
Wall Kappa is weak to electric, but that's fine. He doesn't do anything in this fight anyway. I want to get one Sultan off with him, and then that's it.
I would often argue that it's probably better for him not to use his Sultan here to save it up for the
I like
barricades.
knocking him off the ceiling sooner, but it's kind of it's almost personal preference. Like, if you save your Sultan to do more damage while he's on the
John
ground.
Cena's really hurt.
He's doing good at barely tanking hits, by the way.
Yeah. Uh-oh. And I have to heal up as soon as you can. Well,
So again, you'll see me, I'm bouncing back and forth between the...
that is really good. Okay.
Like, I'm watching the bottom screen and trying to get rid of spirits while attacking the top screen. Like, this game at the very, for some of these end bosses gets really intense as far as
hopefully
trying to follow everything.
Yeah, because you don't want to take those limbs down yet while he's inspirited. Oh my goodness.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I wanted him to hit Kid with that.
Alright, hopefully
Yeah,
one good attack here.
I don't trust that.
All right, here we go. Time it just right. He missed! Oh, the epic misses by Bumpkin. Yeah, this is not going to be a 2-cycle fight. That was incredibly unfortunate.
Especially because Bumpkin doesn't have enough spirit to do an extra 10 damage.
Yeah.
Wow, that sucks. Okay. Oh well. I expect a 3-cycle fight anyway.
Yeah, the 2-cycle fight, like I said before, it's extremely difficult to pull off. And granted, he could have, but the misses just too much.
That happens sometimes. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
When you do ultimate cancel in this fight, you can 1-cycle him, which is amazing. So again, he's doing his ultimate. I'm going to let the back row take the hit. I don't care about them at all. So their HP doesn't really matter that much. Okay.
Poison.
Yeah, I should have done that sooner. Oh well. Telltale healing herself. That was actually nice. Good job, Elizabeth. You notice we don't target any of the legs individually. We actually want them all to stay alive as long as possible, so that if I do get a ultimate that hits an area, I get it all of them at once instead of just dealing damage to one at a time. Do you want to talk a little bit about the tap minigame?
Yeah, the tap minigame actually, every time you do the tap minigame, there's an actual sweet spot. If you continue to tap the sweet spot, you'll break it faster. And sometimes you just can't find it.
The later on in the game, the longer it takes to go through to purify.
Yeah.
And like that tap minigame, if you can't find the sweet spot sometimes, you're just like mash and mash and mash.
It feels like forever. All right, this probably should be it if we can get some text in. Yep, here we go.
All right. Yeah, this should be good.
All right, ever 8 for the kill?
Nah, this won't kill yet. Oh, it did. Wow. Woo! All right. Fun stuff.
You were saying, sir.
Ever hate hits harder than I ever dreamed, dude. All right.
So yeah, feels very good to be past that boss. That boss is just...
That boss is disgusting.
Yeah, it is. It's not so much, it's like, it's not a hard boss anymore, it's more as a...
You can lose a lot of time and it not be your fault in that fight.
Yeah.
So, all right, so we're going to head up to the roof. As is traditional with any video game, we need to go see some fireworks, since this was the spring festival. The summer festival? Whatever.
Yeah, summer festival. Well,
it's some kind of
Doors
season
are hard.
festival. Yeah, that door opens one way apparently, so.
yeah, it's always the left one.
So anyways, we're going to go see some fireworks on the roof with our
Frostina!
friends. Frostina, please know I like you, but not that way. All right, so we're up on the roof. We're going to see fireworks with our friends, and by see fireworks with our friends, we're going to skip the event twice.
Yep.
So yeah, basically we saved all our friends from the random stuff in the school at night.
And that's the end of that chapter.
Yeah.
Now we're kind of introduced to the... it's hard to say main plot of the game, but basically
Yeah, the game is finally deciding like, oh, we should probably start wrapping things up and tying
Yeah.
everything together.
Yeah,
So-
everything is thus far has been just kind of like this series of uncompletely related events.
Like there's a little bit of it in like QB the Bully and
Yeah.
a couple others where like you can sort of start to see the outline of a plot, but it's like a Teen Titans
Yeah.
like season. Like there's like 4 episodes that actually matter and everything else is just filler. So
We do
So,
have,
yep, go ahead.
we do have $10 from Worm Talon on the crowd there. Hey, bro, sent ya. I don't have a pun to say. I just wanted to say hey. Nice troll. Nice troll.
So what we're doing here is much like we talked to our teacher because we're like, okay, there's something weird going on here, and I need to know more.
Yeah, so we need to go talk to a certain yokai.
Yeah, so basically he does that. Go to the Shoten Temple, find out what's going on there. There's something there waiting for you. In the meantime, we're gonna go and finish off our watch. We're gonna make it rank A. There's a rank S as well, but that's post game, so we don't care about that.
Yeah, and it's actually pretty difficult to get that the S rank upgrade. Pretty nasty fights.
Yeah. All right.
But so we got one last bingo, boo, or jackpot.
Bingo!
What a lovely audience.
This
I
audience is
believe.
great.
I believe.
Yeah, the jackpot would be actually pretty good at this stage in the game. It's incredibly unlikely, but we'll find out.
All right, here we go.
Yay! Bingo!
That was adorable. I just love Manjim like, yay. Wow, extra serious life. That's nice.
Yeah.
How do I use that on?
Yeah. Let's see.
Probably Kamane, I would think.
No, I'd say give it to no, I would honestly give it to Atpac.
Kamane does more.
True.
This is the kind of on-the-fly reading that sometimes happens. It's lovely. It's honestly like one of the best things in speedrunning when your game can do stuff like that. So
It's just that Kamane is already really has stiff, you know. So he doesn't loaf as much.
yeah, but he's doing a lot more. Anyways, here we are. We're on our way to Shoten Temple. I have the DS. I get to choose what happens. So
What's our time limit on the last naming thing for Venoct?
It'll be
it's after this chapter.
Yeah.
After the
We'll also have to fight Venoct first. So
Oh yeah. By the way, this is Draggy. Remember that Sawtooth stag I had to hunt for?
yeah, it was this turd that made us get it. We don't even use him. He's terrible. He has one use, and that is this.
I hate you, RPG Dino.
All right, so we're gonna go use the Mirapo over here and warp back to Timers and More. It's the closest one in the next area we have to go to.
And if you're wondering if he's actually any good, no, because he's extremely low level when you actually get him. Even though he gets a passive ability that increases the amount of experience points he gets from battle, the time it would take would just be way too long. And even then, his whole purpose of existence is just to evolve into a Dragon Lord, which you can't even do until post-game. And I still think Dragon Lord sucks.
Yeah. Can't comment too much on that, but Draggy is like kind of low-key cute, but he's also like the most frustrating part of the run. So
I don't like him.
So you're saying you hate the football dinosaur?
I hate the football dinosaur, okay? I said it.
Versetcha over here is getting like having the time of his life. The fact that this is still getting referenced.
It's like, I don't know, the dinosaur's life, man. The dinosaurs are more life than emotes.
I think
Hey,
I'm the only person that actually uses
All
that
right,
emote
guys,
still.
this is where I'm gonna allow some crowd participation here. We're going to take a series of exams in order to progress through this area.
Yeah,
So-
we're getting checked out by a bunch of doctors. So
Doctors,
this
So-
one we're getting our height checked.
stand normally.
Yeah, we're gonna say normal. We're not gonna cheat and like try to pretend to be taller than we are. So,
Yeah, it turns out you are perfectly average for a kid of your age.
Wow. All right, so we're gonna go to examination room 2.
All right, here's the next examination. This is a visual
Yeah,
examination.
eyesight. Yeah, sure. You know, I'm
This
wearing
is-
glasses. I can see why they might need an eyesight exam.
Right. So,
All right, so
I
we're gonna see an image. Let's see what it is. What do we see?
it's a tough one, so I'll give you a hint. Think through.
I love his response.
What is it, guys?
It's a gorilla.
Well, guess what? If we had said that, he would have beat you up for being wrong.
Yeah, he would have beat me up for having bad eyesight. Like, come on. Just can't catch a break in the yokai world, I guess.
So we have one last thing to do. We need to get our X-ray tech in.
Yeah.
I'm amazed they actually have that kind of facility here.
Yeah, this is like a pretty, like, as rundown as this looks, it apparently is pretty high tech. So, okay, let's go do a chest X-ray. They want to check out our heart, make sure everything's working well there, you know. Pretty logical.
Yes. All right. Hey, the photo is done, guys. So
Processing.
we're gonna show it to you, and you let us know if there's anything unusual about it.
Well, that looks normal.
I always knew you were growing a pet in your heart.
I love, like, Whisper's reaction is like, oh, dude, that's so adorable. I didn't realize baby yokai were, like, grew up inside of kids. And they're just like, I hate you guys.
All right. Also, this used to be the place where we used to try and
I used to. I don't even know if you ever did.
I
you?
did.
Oh,
I
you
did.
did?
I
Oh,
did.
wow. So you can't give me crap for that then if you did it yourself. Come on.
Remember, I was the one who tried to use Volt Extremes because they were the best odds. And even then, they were still terrible odds.
Oh, they were terrible odds. It was such a dumb idea to even... Like, I knew it wasn't ever going to
There's
happen.
literally only 2 Volt Extremes I could find in the entire run worth going for to even try for it.
All right, let's get this. Get one more revive item. You are blocking the door.
Yeah, luckily you have a couple of escapes.
Yeah. I'll trade an escape doll for a revival item pretty easily. That's a cheek squeak on the right, by the way.
Yep. Butthead.
There are some pretty special designs in this game.
Well, that's not a cheek squeak. That's the other one. It's called Cheesin' or something like that.
I don't actually do anything in there. I need to just flop my order.
I used to remember all these guys' names, but then I realized these guys are dumb.
So you might wonder why, if Bumpkin is so good, we're swapping Bumpkin out. And the reason is because this boss resists fire, and Bumpkin will do like 10 damage to him.
It's pathetic.
So this is actually one of my favorite bosses in the game. This is Dr. Mataman. It's the most unique boss. I'll let Ozzy go into it while I do the
Yeah,
actual
but
fight.
he needs to focus on here because this is one of those fights that is that if you're good enough, you will keep fast forward on and never turn it off. So the main mechanic is he has two kinds of in-spirits. The most basic one he does is confusion. Confusion sucks, just straight up. And he has it really likes making Ever hate confused. The other main mechanic is these hearts that appear up on the top screen. You actually use the pit and to shoot them to pop them. If too many appear on screen, he will eventually use an ability that absorbs all the hearts that are up there and heals himself for like 120 HP for every heart.
It's kind of bad.
So you have to balance between debuffing, purifying all the yokai on your team, healing everybody because he does still do a significant amount of damage, and remember not to let the hearts get out of control because they surprisingly creep up on you.
It's a really well done fight. The only thing that's kind of bad about it doesn't really ever like warn you that, hey, this might be a thing that happens in the
John
future.
Cena! Yeah, focus on this guy, please. This guy can sneak up on you with some of his nastier attacks.
That's
Double
nice.
XD. Alright. Oh,
Wow!
oh, he glitched!
That was instant, dude!
He glitched! Okay, right there, normally the sign of him about to absorb all the hearts usually is a little bit longer than that. By like a lot. Sometimes
That was
happens.
instant, dude.
Instant.
That was unfair. I demand a recount.
Thankfully, there was only one heart to absorb, so it wasn't nearly as punishing. If he had simply just, if he had successfully popped all the hearts while he's trying to absorb like now, it stuns him. And this is it's great because it's basically a reprieve from all the inspiriting.
You don't really use ultimates in this fight very much because they don't do much more damage than your normal attacks, considering the length of the animations.
On top of that, he also doesn't have multiple body parts, so it's only hitting one target.
And he has Soul Absorb, so you almost don't even want to worry about it anyway because he'll just absorb it away.
Get well, Doom. Yeah, Get Well Doom inflicts poison on the party. To be honest, I hate Confusion way more.
Unfortunately, they stack, so I can't like try to get poison or something like that. You can be both poison and confusion at the same time.
Yeah, debuffs and buffs stack. And this includes multiple of the same type of buff. But you can't do that with the same yokai. Like, they naturally have the knowledge to just buff every party member usually, and never try to rebuff them again. So we really don't have any control over that. Okay, that's 3 hearts.
Yeah, I know. I got it. Low. Kappa, low. You turd.
One time you want him to loaf.
Kappa's passive actually heals when he lows, so it's not necessarily terrible for Kappa to loaf if you're in a bad spot. Don't you dare blood refill. And that's why you can see, like, right there, Kid was doing, like, way more damage.
There you go! He was just about to do blood refill.
I got the only heart that was on. Oh, there's another heart over there on the bottom. Didn't even see that one, so.
So there you go. That was Dr. Man. It's a really fun fight,
It is
actually.
really fun. I love that fight.
And John Aceva is evolving, folks, into Bad Dude. But of course we need to fix that. There.
I'm just going to let that sit for just a second.
You're welcome, Molsky.
Yeah. Shout out to Molsky. He's a Persona 4 Golden runner. His practice file for Persona 4 Golden is named John Cena WWE Champ. So.
All right, now that that's all taken care of, now we're given the basic plot reveal that there is one yokai in the yokai world that's basically the big bad of the game. Yeah. And he has been trying to manipulate it so where him and his yokai army can invade the human world. And
yeah, that's why he was trying to take care of the seals earlier and stuff like that. So we're going to go into the yokai world and tell him to stop doing that.
You! Quit it.
So, the yokai world is actually right by the Crank-a-kai,
yeah.
the little gachapon machine that we were at earlier.
Yeah, the basically how this adventure all started. You know, when you put the coin in, you got Whisper to come out. The thing is with this game is there is a random chance of getting various items and yokai from the Crank-a-kai. It uses the game's built-in internal clock, so where you can only use the Crank-a-kai 3 times a day. And back when Ghoul first started running this game, he actually attempted to use the Crank-a-kai and prayed that he got it.
That was in any percent only. Yeah. That was when I still used QR codes and passwords for fun. Like, there's still some really cool stuff. Like, I had a lot of runs where I got a yokai called Tsushiyama that was hilarious because it, like, missed half the time. But if it ever hit, it would, like, one-shot anything. It was hilarious.
Yeah, we don't use it anymore because it's really inconsistent. Because the way Crank-a-kai works is
when you generate your save file, all of your Crank-a-kai seeds are set for the entire time. So
yeah, you can't save and quit, reset, and pray for something different.
Yeah. All right, so this is Venat. We're gonna cut the names. He's gonna join right after this. So
yeah, so after Venat here is of the Slippery Tribe. Slippery Tribe have extremely high evasion to both attacks and in spirits. So getting a lot of attacks in is going to make this fight a little bit longer, despite not really having that much HP. Oh, nice! He got burned. That's really good.
Yeah, burn does a lot of damage. It does percentage damage, so.
Oh my god, this fight's gonna be over real fast. And he canceled!
Yeah, it's pretty easy to cancel his ultimate. You just have to whack on him a couple times.
You're hitting a lot more attacks than you normally do on this guy. He's not gonna live much longer. He's already at half health.
Well, it's not gonna help if Bumpkin decides to keep punching him. So there's Mirror Body. That's one of the reasons Everhate is amazing.
You know, besides being Everhate.
Beat him. This should still break Octo Snake.
No, it did not.
Back row.
Get him, Vulcan!
I like how Kappa there just decided to like guard. Like, yeah, I know it's coming.
Rip Vulcan. Yeah, like, I'm used to this by now.
Villagen tries harder than anyone else in this run to be good, and he's just not.
So, that's it. Vinoctus did it, and now we basically get to
Yeah,
recruit
what's our name for
Speaking of Vulagen,
I'd love to hear it.
$51 that was directed towards Koma-san is we redirected towards. Yeah, it did eventually. So he's a name for this one. So we have double Vulagen going on here.
Is it Villagen?
Yeah.
Yeah. He is simultaneously the best and the somewhat okay. Let's find out, guys.
On top of that, we have $5 from Wandering Mind, who says, "All hail our Dark Lord, the Demon Chocobo."
Yeah, it works.
Okay, I actually didn't know if that was going to work or not.
We have $5 from Bick, who says, "My friend DMC Aether asked me to donate for the Arc Demon herd. Since I'm a good friend, please put $1 towards Arc Demon and $4 towards Dragon Emperor."
All right, guys.
You're welcome, buddy.
Unfortunately, we're at the point of the run where the game decides to punish you for being a speedrunner.
Yeah, so right here, the game's going to check our number of quests.
How
We've
many
done
side
3.
quests? Side quests. We've done 3 side quests the entire game.
And he's like, go
That's
serve
not-
until you can't serve anymore. So he's going to knock us into the underworld and make us
And
do...
the Hungry Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, the actual number of side quests you actually have to do is something like in the past 50.
It's pretty ridiculous. There's no way it would ever be worth doing.
Yeah.
So we get to do, actually, this is one of my favorite parts of the run, Loki. Like, it's like one of
Really?
the...
This is boring.
It's so adorable, though. Like,
Oh yeah, of course. Adorable
It, like-
equals exciting.
I don't know. It's kind of like, you know, I don't know, like, it's just fun.
Yeah.
It
Say
really-
hello to the Grub Snatch. Guess what? Yeah, side quests are tough. So play hide and seek with me. That's it. Hide and seek.
It's cute. Plus, the music's adorable.
It's a bad remix of Mickey Mouse Club.
Probably after this run, Bowie's supposed to come through.
But yes, Grub Snatch's locations are always set. So it's just a matter of going to them and finding them.
This would be really interesting if they weren't.
Yeah. I admit that I would actually kind of like that more than what we
No.
currently have.
That would be
Yes.
so awful.
I would have some actual thoughts put into this.
Have you? No. No.
You would actually have to memorize all the possible locations and be able to look at the mini-map to see where he is, because he will show up on the mini-map. So you can remember exactly which ones are the ones he can possibly show up versus the ones that are already there. I dealt with freaking Sawtooth
Oh,
Stag.
wow. I've never done that before.
This is nothing. So now we're into the run.
Do you want another one?
No.
Okay, I want to get this out.
That wouldn't be as bad as Sawtooth Stag.
That would be worse.
No, it wouldn't.
It could be worse. That's big. Imagine.
I'm gonna grab this tuna. It's the best healing item in the game. It's a free 999 heal.
All the best healing types in the entire game are actually in all of these chests.
So yeah, we did our quest. We're good. We're moving on. So fun fact, we found out if we died, if we could find a way to die there, we could actually skip that somehow.
Don't mash, Ghoul. I mean it. I'm glaring at you. Don't mash. He knows exactly what I mean.
So I have the world record for this game at 2 hours and 29 minutes. I actually screwed this up and wasted a full minute.
Simply by mashing too much, because this guy asks you to not lie. Ghoul, please.
No, he doesn't ask you that why. He just wants to check it. It dropped an input, I swear.
Oh, I'm sure.
Boy, that input.
Well, guys, I hope you wanted to see Liar's Pass because only a liar gets to go there. That's mine, thank you, yes. I'll take it.
It's actually mine, but yes.
No, mine.
So we get to go see Liar's Pass. It's like, this wastes about a minute. Because the game dropped an input and accidentally read an A button twice.
Sure. Yeah.
What a tough crowd.
They're starting to warm up to me, actually, now.
The whole world's against you, man. What do you do? All right, so this is part 3. This guy's going to check how many battles we've done. It's something in like, we've done like 50 or so. He wants to see like 200, I think. I don't know. It's some high number. Oh my goodness. Don't do that while I'm playing, please.
Is that another input too?
No, that was me being dumb.
All right.
There's too much negative energy in this room, that's all I'm going to say.
Bingo.
All
All
right.
right, this one, yeah, we're gonna fail no matter what, so you have no excuse this time, Ghoul. So, luckily this one actually is kind of beneficial to go down, because there's 2 really nice chests he can grab. One contains another Mega XP Orb, so I believe that should be enough to evolve Komasan. The other one is another Mighty Medicine, which is the full revive in this game, which is really nice to have.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. There's one troll enemy right there. Oh
yeah.
my goodness, I hate that guy.
Yeah, that would have been the worst one to get to. Imagine, because it's essentially the highest defense enemy with the most HP. It's terrible.
And I also haven't pulled Vinoct out of the compendium yet either, so we would have been there a while.
You mean Voligen?
Yeah, Voligen. The one that isn't terrible.
All right, so now that we're all done with that, it's just he's going to use this IPO over here to swap in Vinoct and make some adjustments to his party formation. That's saving the game, but yes. The other things he's going to use the Mega Explorer he picked up. He's going to give a Loafless book to Voligen, the good Voligen. He's going to give all the top techniques books he currently has to Miropo just to boost up the level of his current spell attack. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and give Voligen a lightning ring because Voligen is strong with electricity.
It's pretty rare to get a early Kamane like this.
Yeah, the double XP from the last couple bosses really helped. So it's back to Bumpkin.
Yep.
While you're doing all that, we have $7.41 from Cosmic the Dolphin. It says, "Hey, bro, Sencha." I don't know. I'll give you a pun on Friday, or is it Saturday morning?
Appropriate. All right, use those books. You gonna give the extra one to Komain?
Yeah. Where?
Bumpkin.
Whoa, he's already got it.
Oh, that's right. So give it to Kappa, yeah.
Don't tell me what to do.
Don't mash.
What are you telling me to mash then? I think this should be good.
Yep. All right. Here is his full name is Squidilius McCracken. And And yes, I like saying that name. This guy has, he's actually not that big of a threat, really. Most of his attacks that you've seen up to this point are very similar. He has got one that absorbs your ultimate energy. He has one that inflicts some sort of Inspiridon. I actually forget which one it is. He has one kind of annoying attack to deal with, just because it just delays the entire fight. But for the most part, you want to immediately target his head, because you can target his hands to destroy them, but he eventually regenerates.
They regenerate,
them.
plus it's slow.
Yeah. Right now, what you're seeing is basically, this is it. This is our endgame team. And this attack right here is, don't bother. The amount of damage it would take to actually to stop this attack from happening is just not worth it.
This has been annoying. I'm gonna drop and fast forward here. Of course, it came out right when I wasn't ready for it.
The other thing with that attack as well is you have to remember to retarget the head after. Ooh, he burned! Okay, this is great because burn damage is still percentage-based with this boss, and tick right there. Come on. Should be 190 damage every turn until he purifies himself. That's a lot of damage. It's really unlikely that it actually goes off too, so it's very good.
I got one fight where I burned him twice. It was amazing.
Bumpkin, pull it.
The Bumpkin is going in right now.
I know,
And he's
right?
not purifying either, which is even better.
No, it does burn to death. We don't mind. One other thing about Voligen, the good Voligen,
He still hasn't purified. I've never seen him go this long without purifying that off.
is his passive ability, because so that his ultimate gauge fills up much faster than any other character.
It's like double speed.
Yeah. So you're going to be seeing Octosnake a lot.
There we go.
There he goes. Okay. Well, I guess he wouldn't burn alive forever.
It still did like 700 damage. It was pretty good.
It was like almost 1K.
I love this animation. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, we broke his hand.
Yep. For now, this should wrap up very quickly here, unless he decides to use his ultimate attack, in which case it's delayed. Which can actually hurt him during it. And one more hit ought to do it. Nope, one more. There you go. Yeah, all right.
Voligen has leveled up a little bit over time.
His work is. Not quite enough to level up Kappa to a. No, it is 32. Okay. It's usually 32, 33. It's always around that number. But he is now APAC.
Which we immediately have to rename to actually not be backwards anymore.
No, you can leave it. You're technically correct. You just gotta turn your head like this, and you'll see it eventually.
It's too bad there aren't 9 characters, or I would have tried to make Kappa Ross be it.
Yeah, I actually like Apac's rare version, which is basically a recolor but way better stats. It's literally called Sup Yo. Sup Yo. S-U-P-Y-O.
Apak is kind of like a surfer dude, so.
Yeah.
You guys are being like lazy to being surfer dude. I don't know.
Surf or samurai dude.
So are they not the same?
Allow me to educate you. Anyways, turns out even after beating McCracken, it was all a distraction to keep you awake because he's gone back
And he's destroyed those seals that we had earlier.
yeah, you know what that means.
Yep. We get to fight the Slimamander again.
Yeah, this time though he is much harder. He hits really hard, and it's entirely possible for all 3 of his heads to focus fire on a single yokai on your team,
do this real quick. Keep going.
Yeah. And basically just ruin your day.
Well, we have $20 from Fruitskin. Or Furitskin. My bad. Hi everyone, Furitskin here, wishing you the best of luck raising money for such a good cause with all the runs. $10 to try and name a red mage after myself, and $10 goes toward our Dark Lord and Savior, the Demon Chocobo, and his divine messenger, Ghoul02.
Alright, so it's other than the major damage and health increase for this boss, it's essentially the same fight. It's still the goal is one of these one of its heads is actually hiding his weakness, the eye, and you're just gonna have to continue to take him out until it shows up. It's literally the same strategy. And now Bad Villagin gets to be awesome. Oh, pop that, pop it.
Yo!
Triple XP! Final boss is gonna be nothing. There is a slight chance instead of the normal whisk, a golden whisk appears, and the golden whisk will give you triple of what you normally get. That was triple experience points.
So yeah, I'm not doing anything right now.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on Villagin's ultimate to just keep her from doing anything, so I get my better 2 attackers to keep going.
What a good grandma.
Alright.
Alright,
Now
yeah.
we
Now
gotta
it
actually play the video game again.
You might remember back when I fought this guy, he still does that fire attack, and yes, it still inflicts burn status in your party, and it's pretty annoying to deal with. Oh, and here's Triple Trouble. Actually, it's probably wondering why do we even have the WWE champ John Cena still in the party, even though he really isn't doing much. We mostly keep him in because he's a big, bulky guy in the back row. He hits really hard, but his accuracy is completely worthless. He misses like 75% of his hits. And he's just unreliable. But during most of these fights when like the Triple Trouble went off, and we need to rotate so that their back row takes the brunt of the damage, WWE champ will never fall. Alright.
How y'all doing back there?
How's it going, guys?
Yeah, there's literally nothing I can't speed this up any more than this.
Yo! Now it's all filled good, alright? You happy now?
Oh yeah.
Alright, that should... One more? 2 more, okay. Alright, here we go. Final phase. Same as the first. Good damage. I wish I could say more about this guy, but we've already fought him before. The only thing I will say, though, is this boss's attack sounds is hilarious.
It's actually like funny because the Japanese sound is like really like serious, and then like in the US version, he was like no, or whatever it is. I don't know. It's amazing.
I hope it's the same as in this version as the European version.
Oh, good question.
Yeah. It's one of those things I do hope to do eventually is to figure out all the little differences they had to change. Because there was a big gap between the US release and the European
It was
release.
huge. I think it like probably had something to do with the TV show to help with the marketing aspect.
Yeah.
Because they had there's probably a lot more work that goes into localizing the TV show for European markets. This should still be fine. Yep, there we go.
All right, boss. Technically dead.
Again, I know I've shouted that once or twice, but this boss music is amazing. This is actually the last time you're going to hear it, so enjoy it.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
So that said, the reason we're not hearing it is because the final boss's music is even better. So.
After this fight, we're not immediately going to be jumping into the final boss.
Yeah.
We still got a couple of...
So the Salamander came out because all those seals were damaged, right? So we need to repair them and create new ones. So we're going to get this blossoming powder that allows us to make cherry blossoms around town bloom. Man, those are some high levels.
Unfortunately, there's a couple of yokai fights that are trying to stop us from doing this. So we got to take each of them out. The first one we have to deal with is where Kappa gets to truly shine.
Yeah.
And I can't ever imagine doing this fight without Kappa.
It sucks, as somebody that's had that happen before. So, yeah. Kappa has like one major use, and it's why we've kept him around in the back row of our party for so long.
This is a impasse. Impasse has really high defense, really high HP, is incredibly weak to water.
This is pretty glorious. Bam.
308 damage, 235. Everybody else is hitting for pitiful damage. And sick, and yeah. We've debated whether or not we should ever have him in a party, but every time we get to that fight, we were just like, no.
He's actually really good in like the third fight as well.
Yeah. But that fight especially. That's some nice grass. But
all right, so now we're gonna go fight Roland. Roland is like a gambling yokai, so he's got like dice for eyes, and he's really ugly. He's also annoying because his spirit heals himself.
It's a passive regen effect.
Yeah. He also hits stupid hard too.
Yeah, but he's more than likely to try to inspirit himself and his allies. So it's usually really bad luck if he attacks too much. My strategy for this fight is to focus fire one at a time before they start buffing each other badly.
I got a lot of crits on my left one. We're going for him.
Uh-oh. Volition! Don't die.
Let's try doing that instead. I'm actually running a bit lower on healing items than I would have expected, so.
Yeah, our money wasn't that great when we went to go buy the... But we should be good.
We should be fine. I'm just going to try to use bacon when I can.
Alright, this should wrap this battle up.
I kind of want Kappa to get some more souls to engage here, so another couple of attacks. Oh, yes! That did a lot less for healing than I thought that was going to, but that's fine.
So we have $2 from Anonymous. Hey, Brosentia, what do you call a group of people who warn Ghoul about mashing his button too fast? The Prevent Masher Foundation. Really bad.
I lead that organization.
Womp womp. Put this money into whatever Brosentia wants as long as it involves Demon Chocobo.
Technically, what saying...
Deal. I want to name General Celis General Store. But ignore it's General Store.
That's it.
Yeah. Wanted to make sure.
No, doing that gives Kappa
Yeah, I know.
soul charge out.
I was debating putting it on Villagen again, but it's probably not worth it.
That sounds pretty accurate.
Villagen's clearly not worth anything, so.
He's good enough as he is, really.
Yeah, Villagen's basically perfect, so he doesn't need it.
Alright. Yeah, Bruff is basically exactly like WWE champ, except incredibly weak to water.
No, thank you.
Nice dodge.
Good job, Villager. Nice dodge.
All right.
You didn't die.
All right, and as amazing as Kappa was for those 2 fights, he is absolutely terrible for the final boss.
He doesn't have enough bulk to really do well, and we're not looking for our third attacker to be great offensively. We need them to stay alive because we're already going to be trying to heal the crap out of everybody else. This fight is the hardest fight in the game, and it's also like, so we talked about like how Madam Man, you're always doing something. This is the fight where you have to do everything in the game at the same time. It's actually like really well done. It's like one of my favorite final bosses I've ever had in a speedrun.
I'm so proud of you, Ghoul. You went into the correct house after that. But you used the wrong Mirapo.
You made me laugh while I was actually warping, so I'll blame you on that.
One of the things Ghoul's used it going is after that, he's playing the girl, right? So he goes to the girl's house naturally.
The girl has a slightly different house location. She's a block southeast of him.
There's been runs where he's accidentally gone into the wrong house.
Let's see. I think my rotation's great. So,
Yeah, it should be.
Yep. I just need to keep on going on in.
Yep. All right, guys. Final boss time.
Woo! All right. So I'm going to probably be completely silent during this because I am going to be constantly doing something.
And
so
I will be talking a lot.
You can do it.
So this is the final boss, McCracken, in his beardy, technically armed form. He has 3 targets on him right now. The 2 tentacles that's coming out of his nose, they don't do actually anything. They're just there to be another annoying target. But we're really just focused on just surviving. This guy has, most of his attacks are AoE. And will do a lot of damage. The other thing he has an attack that basically confuses the entire front row, and he has another one that also lowers the defense of the entire front row. To be perfectly honest, the defense lowering one isn't bad.
You actually almost want it on Everhate because
Yeah.
Everhate reflects back half magic damage.
This is the confusion one, though. This is the one we just... No, you gotta get rid of that as soon as you can. That right there is open mouth is his main weakness. After a short period of time, he is going to close that mouth, and then we'll have to continue to deal damage to him in order to force it open again. For now, enjoy epic boss fight. This is great. A good job using the bacon there. Everhate's a little low on HP.
All right, so it's about a quarter down. Usually it takes him exposing his weakness about 4 times to kill him.
I've had runs with this boss where towards the end of the fight, I just could not get enough damage through it. I was getting really unlucky attack rolls with my party. He also has another attack. Okay, this is the debuff for defense, so... Yeah. He also has this one attack that basically removes any buffs. Like, Everhate currently gives a buff that increases spirit for to do more magic damage. And Voligen, the good Voligen, has a buff that increases speed. That one where he just shot like 3 spikes out at once, that's actually one of the best ones. His elemental attacks are by far the most damaging.
Oh wow, he's not at half health yet. That's annoying.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten there yet.
So at half health, he's gonna change colors and be very evil.
Yeah. I'll go into more details once we hit the next phase. So the whole point of this fight is literally just kind of similar to Dr. Madman. You're healing, you're debuffing, you're keeping everybody alive, and it's very important to keep track of all the stuff that's going on, because if you're not careful, somebody will die, and things will just start to spiral out of control. Because you can only use one healing item per turn. And sometimes you're going to be stuck in a situation where somebody's dead, but somebody also has to be healed at the same time. And here we go.
So
this is phase
half
2.
health, yeah.
Phase 2, he gets very colored and he gets a bunch of new attacks. One of which is the worst one right there, Typhoon. That one does a ton of damage to good Volagin because he's weak to wind. And it's generally just one of the more scary attacks to deal with. He has another one that's fire damage, which is also really bad. And lastly, he has one that's lightning, which is actually just the one we want to see, because that doesn't do nearly as much damage as the others. But just about every other attack he has on him right now does way more damage.
You got a Villagin?
Survive! Yeah, nice 16 damage, Villagin.
Oh, Villagin hit for 16 damage? Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive. So that's the fire attack.
Alright, going to go for a Sultan there. And there's confusion again.
This boss is a jerk sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm just constantly doing stuff.
Oh no, Typhoon! Kappa! And Volagin! Alright, this is where that Mighty Medicine's gonna come in real handy.
Actually, let's do that. Can you stop?
Not use... Oh, yeah, that Typhoon is just scary.
I'm really glad he didn't attack there, because Villagin was dead there if he attacked.
Volagin kills Volagin. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Good Volagin is actually pretty hard to inspirit. The fact that he did is pretty unlucky.
Can you stop? I know it's possible, like, I just want to know. I want to see it in action once.
No, he's going to put confusion on your party. No, actually that was actually pretty good. He only put it on Everhate. And Everhate's like, I don't care. I'm going to hit you anyway. That's unfortunate.
I was trying to do Sultimate with Villagin, and then he got caught in that. You can't do Sultimates while you're inspirited.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's get you out. That's nice. Thank you.
Yeah, sometimes what will happen, you don't have to play the minigame. It's literally just a golden bot, pop it, and instantly purify it. And you get usually a bunch of experience points for doing it.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's the defense down, so that's workable. Though I'm worried if that, combined with Typhoon, would probably kill Volagin.
Well, Villagin might be dead with Typhoon with his health anyway, so.
Speaking of which, that was a good heal call. Anyways, get ready on time. He's getting really low on HP. The boss, I mean.
Come on. Let's see. Let's do this.
Oh no, WHF doesn't like Volagin! And Volagin dies because of it! Okay, we're gonna have to go for one more attack phase, unfortunately. That was really unlucky on our part. Okay, the lightning's good. We'll take the lightning over Typhoon any day. Oh no, Typhoon! Bullet in! Okay, we got another mighty, so that's it. No more mighties. Okay, that's acceptable. Done!
Done.
246.19. All right. Yeah, the final boss is pretty tense. It's actually really fun to do because it is so tense, though.
You're doing just so many things at once. I'm trying to get rid of Inspirits. I'm trying to get Sultimates off. I'm, healing. I'm watching my health. There's so much going on in that fight. You're just doing something every second. It's amazing.
Like a WWE champ.
So the credits roll about 5 minutes. Do you want me to let those roll? If I don't let them roll all the way through, though, I won't have it saved at the end of the game. So we'll just let those roll. We got plenty of time. And then I'll do the incentive for the glitched version of the final boss fight.
Sounds good. We do have a few donations here.
Go right ahead.
Yep.
All right. Madam Colleen donates $10. Says barely made it home just in time to watch the end of the Yokai Watch run. Guess I'll catch the rest later. Glad the game came out of Japan, and hopefully we'll get the rest. I love the series. We have $10 from Samarg. Says, "Hey bro, Sencha." Just kidding. getting more troll ones then. And $20 from Andy Perfect. Says, "Just because I wanted to see the number tick up to 13,000. Keep up the awesome work, everyone." And we are indeed past 13,000. Thank you to all who donated.
Oh, man. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Seeing 13,000 up there is really cool. So,
Yeah.
oh, man. That final boss, I'm still like kind of home.
Oh, dude, no, it's get your
It's not
butt
over yet. I
pumping.
still got to fight it one more time.
I know, right?
And it's actually not that much easier with Sultimate canceling.
No, ultimate canceling is something we'll go into more depth to later, but it's a different kind of execution
Yeah.
with this game. There's a reason why, honestly, there should be two categories, just because of just how execution heavy
It completely
is.
changes the focus of the run
Yeah.
from being on the rooting and reacting to what the enemies are doing, what your yokai are doing, to everything is in my control now, and I need to make sure that everything I'm doing is what I need to be doing at this moment.
And if you screw up just the tiniest bit, it's like, well, that was
it's
nice.
incredibly punishing because you don't have time to heal when you're Sultimate canceling.
Yeah.
So, to note, there's kind of a bit of a reference for how much time this saves. The current world record in game time is 2 hours and 29 minutes. The previous world record before Sultimate canceling was
29:42. 2 hours 42 minutes.
Yeah, so it cut off like a pretty good chunk of time. And remember that 229 is not nearly as optimized as that 242 is. So there's a lot of time that can still come off of that. I just wanted to make sure I beat the runner that discovered this trick. His name is Yukonuko_Swearum. So if he's watching, arigato Yukonuko Swearum-san. He kind of found it, we think by accident, probably doing the fight against like the Terran tutor.
Yeah, because the way it works is literally similar to how when you activate, you wait for your yokai to do an attack, and then you immediately do their ultimate to kind of just combine the turns together.
Right.
And that
It's also a way of trying to like force their Sultimate and not skip one of their turns by doing it. It's kind of why you would do that before we realized what Sultimate canceling was. So, shout outs to all the Jibanyan, free colors dancing on the credits, by the way.
There's exactly 6 different Jibanyans in this game. I have 5 of them. And that's because the last one is Crankakai only.
Was it Golden Yarn?
It's Golden Yarn.
I got one of those once in a test run.
I hate you. I
They're
legitimately hate you.
They're so bad. It's a defensive-based yokai.
No, it's a great defensive-based yokai.
Yeah, but it's defensive-based.
Have you seen how hard enemies hit in the post-game?
No, I haven't.
You want him.
So that's actually Golden Yan on the bottom right, or the middle right. So Shogunyan, Badanyan, and Thornanyan?
Thornyan.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. We get our nice little ending cutscene.
They added even more different Jabanyan in the later games, too.
Yeah, no, it gets pretty crazy.
Now I'm back to my everyday life. Back to normal.
Still salty.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we didn't mention in the story when we beat him, we were going to steal all the yokai back in the yokai world, which included all of our friends.
Yeah, but through the power of contract obligations, they're back.
There has to be some kind of a post game, so it's kind of.
Yeah. By the way, sequel bait.
It's back to normal, all right?
Yokai Watch will return in Yokai Watch 2 with 3 different versions.
No.
It has 3 versions.
I actually really like the name of the 2 versions of the 3rd game coming out. I believe it's one's called Yokai Watch 3 Tempura version.
It's based in America.
It's based. The new one's actually going to be based in America. Yokai Watch 3 is coming out in Japan this year.
Ah. All right. Unfortunately, I had to save and quit out because of the.
Yeah, so it's not quite a valid in-game time, but that's fine.
Yeah.
252 is still totally fine for a marathon run.
All right. All right, we're going to switch cartridges here.
Yeah, this is my personal cartridge. We're using this because I have a file set up for this.
And this is the one that's going to be given to the winner of
the raffle.
The raffle. And don't worry, it's not just this. I actually have the case for it. And the non-existent manual, because who makes manuals anymore, sadly?
All right, so I'm going to go to continue.
All right.
All right, so I'm saved right in front of there. I'm going to just go ahead and pull out the menu. You can see there's nothing all that special. My levels are a lot lower than they were in the previous run. I don't actually have Komane. Just a couple like minor differences, really. Actually, is that the order I want them to be in? Yeah, that'll work. That'll work fine.
All right, because of actually how much focus this is going to require from Ghoul, because of how just ridiculously execution heavy this can be if you're not practiced.
Yeah, I did this a little bit early in practice. It worked fine. I'm going to demonstrate it with Koma-san a little bit first so you can get a better feel for it, because Vinoct is really hard to do it with, and it's also like RNG on if it'll actually work sometimes.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So you see, it's like, you turd. Okay, fine. And you did it.
Yeah.
So you can see what I'm doing is I'm starting up this ultimate right as the attack goes off. And if you in spirits, you can't do it. It just doesn't work.
If he does it just right, he can basically continuously attack with the same yokai over and over and over. And if you do it just right, you will never give the boss a single turn. But unfortunately, one of the problems with Vinoct in terms of timing this ultimate castle is when he does the Inspirit, Ghoul hasn't quite figured out the timing for it. Yeah. See, right there, that just broke the chain, so he really couldn't do much about that. Other yokai, though, it's a lot easier to do this continuously. Koma-san, for example, for Ghoul, is a lot more consistent.
I can cancel Koma-san's one for Spirit for some reason. So you can see just how much this changes what you're doing now. And I have to react to what they're doing. Each of these is different. Like if he attacks, if he loafs, if he guards, all of that has a different timing. So like when he attacks, that's actually much faster. I need to react very quickly on that.
Yeah, the main reason though why he uses Vinoct.
See, like right there, he guarded. I was slow and it didn't work.
The main reason why he would normally want to use Vinoct more is just because Vinoct hits
way harder. All right, so let's actually go fast now.
All right.
Let's actually go fast now, Villagen.
He's still bullish in our hearts.
Okay, that's fine. Try that and see if that works. Nope.
Nope. Again, it's literally.
Maybe it did work, actually. That was...
It's hard to say, you know? His main cue he's looking for, though, when he's, at least for what works for him, is he's looking at when the text of the numbers appear on screen, activates the soul ultimate, and cancels it as soon as it starts fading away. That's the barest hint he's been able to come down to. No, he's gonna have to purify Banach now. Okay. Thankfully, Banach is really good at dodging in spirit, so he doesn't have to worry about it being spirited constantly, but it can be very annoying. Now, naturally, thinking about earlier bosses that we've encountered throughout the run, like, for example, Dr. Madaman, right? Dr. Madaman has an attack that absorbs the soul ultimate charge of characters. That is really bad for Vanox, because he needs to be able to initiate the soul ultimate animation, and he can't do that if it's not full. So some bosses are can be extremely annoying if that happens.
That wasn't early, wow. So you can see when Banach just goes in, it's amazing.
No, it's spirit, and the timing gets thrown off.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's possible. I've just never figured out what the actual timing for it is.
And here we go, phase 2.
Yes, you see how much faster and how much easier this is.
Yeah, some boss fights, it's even better. Like, bosses like Massive Face, Terran Tutor are an absolute joke with Sucker.
You get one cycle to Terran Tutor. I've never gotten even close.
And yes, we use this word Sucker because it's something Ghoul came up with.
I'm a dork. It's okay.
It's SUCAH, which stands for Soul Ultimate Cancel Attack Haste. It's as dumb as it sounds, but it's what we got.
You have a dork as one of your runners of a game, you're going to have weird names for it. That's just what I do.
Try the KH community.
No, I'm still better than the KH community. They don't have...
Nice cancel. A little too early.
That's a little late of a cancel. I'll still get it. No, I'm not going to get it. Wow. He's just not cooperating right now.
Actually, I don't know if it's possible to inflict. Nice, 151. One thing I'll actually say about crits too, it actually does kind of affect Ghoul's judgment of the timing of soul ultimate canceling, just because the text is different, and that's kind of his only real visual cue. Go, Koma-san! Okay.
All right.
And that's what Sucka is, guys.
Yeah, so that's, thank you guys, everybody that donated for that, everybody that donated over the course of the run. You guys were awesome. I hope you guys had as much fun with that as me and Ozzy did doing it. So,
yep.
Up next, we have Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and my good friend Jay Hobbs. So let's go get set up on that. Thank you guys so much for watching.
And thanks for the awesome run. That was really interesting. We do have one donation here. $10 from Sir Sella. Runner's choice, please. I believe that's going towards bare-fisted doom fight in Final Fantasy. All right. While we're setting up, we'll probably do an ad. Otherwise, we're getting set up for Kingdom Hearts 1.5. It's going to be 1.5 or HD 1.5 Remix Beginners Any Percent by J Hobbs. No, that's good. I'm good. Oh, yeah. I did already.
This is Ghoul, your salt. I normally. Right.
This morning, Meta was posting to you. He was Meta Opta. We thought about Opta Sigma. Never stop actually doing this. This is beyond a joke. Keep doing that. After me. Yo, J Hobbs' head. He's gonna go right here. So you got the full stuff on your back. You should have heard everyone in the room next door. Should I just distributing these? We were just. Everyone was bouncing back and forth between like this is really impressive. That's cool. Yeah. What? Everyone in the room next to us were just like we had no idea what anything was. This game is Japanese. Someone can be Japanese. Oh, I get to have one of these? I thought it was just gonna yell. I thought those guys was just gonna have to yell. Just thank you.
It's okay. They'll put it on mute anyway. So.
Oh, baby, I am on two different couches. I am split. I'm not gonna say anything. Are we live?
Also, sitting on two probably feels better than sitting in the middle.
Really?
Yeah, awful this happens, right?
Yeah, honestly, this isn't that bad.
Okay. Let's see. Damn.
So
Get off your phone. What?
At least he's not on. Gotta tweet it out. Freaking swiping like he was.
Yo, I could swear that.
Plug that TV in. And then just
Why? Who muted us? Because I mean, what? We got some pre-game banter going.
where are you?
All right. Several swipe the cheese.
Hip, bro.
Picking up those.
Yo, I got one. Nice. I got one. I got one, guys. Let's send a message. Do you and I need to? I am on.
I am online right now.
Yeah, whichever one's good. Yeah, let's just do that. It's okay. Oh, it's fine. Just yeah. You do that thing you don't do.
Just throw something at it.
Yeah. Yo, I got another match. I should turn it on, shouldn't I? Go ahead.
Dang, I need to get Tinder.
Okay, if you hit post, that's all.
Well, some people won't.
Send a message. No, I'm gonna keep swiping. Stop swiping, right? You're gonna run out. Webcam probably. Yeah, I guess. I'm sure you're on. What? I mean, okay, I already got it. What? I got two. I got two.
All right, I think I have a feeling we're unmuted now.
Whoa,
All right.
what's up?
Yeah, okay. Hello. Yo.
Hello, available singles.
Ooh, game audio.
Ooh, this game sounds pretty. We should play this one.
If you need me to, I'm gonna right away. I'm gonna do a quick resize thing. So for tech, just don't crop it quite yet.
Jeff, love your family.
There you go. Huh?
Got the bond of friendship over here.
Go Ducks.
What'd you say?
Go Ducks.
Ducks?
Yeah. Go Caps.
There you go.
Go Caps.
What are you doing? Bunch of nerds. All right.
Excuse me while I play a Disney game.